find my way, not decay. Teach me how to work, but not as a club.
But who don't serve my God, they are just. Deliver me, oh God, deliver me, oh God. My Lord, deliver me.
Deliver me.
Hey, deliver me, oh God, deliver me, oh God. My Lord, deliver me.
Deliver me. Believe in Him, and you will win. You need to find yourself and not sin. Yes, this is new. I now have a clue.
The best thing that happened in my life was you.
And I said yes, you are the best. No one else I really want to impress. Not even a girl in a tight short dress. And for me to even think that I was a mess.
Oh Lord, deliver me, oh God, deliver me, oh God. My God, deliver me.
Deliver me.
Hey, deliver me, oh God, deliver me, oh God. My God, deliver me.
Deliver me.
Are you experiencing loss of vision, or are your glasses broken? At Value Optical, we're open, and we're here to help. You can have your urgent eyeglasses in 3 days with packages starting at $695. When you visit us, be mindful of the 3 W's. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Please call us toll-free 800-2020 for expert advice on your vision needs or to book your appointment. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 91 Eastern Main Road in St. Augustine. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new with Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
You matter.
I matter. We all matter.
And Tobago matters. Join us as we bring our THA community meetings to you virtually, starting Saturday 3rd July every fortnight until Saturday 11th September 2021, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Catch us live on Tobago Channel 5, TTT, Pulse 89.5 FM, Radio Tambourine 92.7 FM, Street 919 FM, and Office of the Chief Secretary and Tobago Channel 5 Facebook pages. Listen out for every week's topic and send your questions to 688-4040 or mainfo@tha.gov.tt. That's mainfo@tha.gov.tt. Join us as we discuss Tobago Matters, because Tobago matters.
Issue
Tikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true you have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I can buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks, boss. Nah, man. Ronnie,
do you have $488 to lend, man? No distance can divide us, our hope is what connects us. Though challenges we face, we're still full of resilience. If we believe together, things are gonna get better. We're closer than we've ever been, we will rise up much stronger. Just believe, just believe, just believe, just believe. Yes, we've been down before, and we will rise once more. Just believe, just believe, just believe, just believe. Hope will lead the way. Tomorrow's a brighter day, so just believe.
Believe in the future, believe in each other, and we will get there. Be mobile, just believe.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
The journey's almost over.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Reading of the daily newspapers.
Well, a pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the Street 919 FM. Yes, let me thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe, sound, and all together in one piece. A pleasant good morning going out to my entire family. Good morning to Ms. Sharon Felix, Mr. Dominic Ramin, and their entire family. Good morning to you, all our callers, to all our listeners, to all of our viewers online. For those of you that are locked on via whatever mechanism that you are, it's always good to have you guys on the inside with us. Now, just to give you a bit of information, So we are streaming live on Street 919 FM's Facebook page. Also, we have a new live stream on YouTube. That's Iwer TV live broadcast on the Street 919 FM. Right? So for you to get us, you just go to YouTube in the search Iwer TV live broadcast on the Street 919 FM, and remember to subscribe. Yes, it's a new page. All right, guys, so new things. All right, so make sure you get on there and you subscribe to the new page, right? So at this time, I'm going to get into the newspapers for today, Tuesday, the 13th of July, 2021, as I await Mr. Dominic Romain. Yes. So, guys, let's see what's going on the inside. So, headlines in the Express: rescue mission. Scores of citizens rally around poverty-stricken Longdeville family. Cox visits, delivers hampers, and promises other government help. AG to assist with birth certificates for children. Big drop in COVID cases and deaths. Yes. Let us hope it stays going down. That's what we want. So getting in on the inside, Cox leads rescue mission. As promised, Minister of Social Development and Family Services Donna Cox led a team to a home of a Longdonville family whose life of misery was featured in the... Hold on. Right. Was featured in the Express yesterday, and a front page story headlined, "Trapped in Poverty." Persons with high risk, all diabetics are being encouraged to get vaccinated. This message from the Ministry of Health yesterday came as doctors say persons with diabetes are at high risk. Hold on. Are at high risk of contracting severe COVID-19 and dying. So guys, please take heed, get vaccinated. Mom, loss of a perfect child sent from heaven. A perfect child who was never disobedient. This is how Atali Bayer was always remember her 15-year-old daughter, Kiana Patrice, who died from COVID-19 on June 24th. And again, condolences to the family, because we here are very close with the Patrice family. Marked reduction, 57 new cases, 2 deaths. There has been a big drop in daily positive COVID-19 cases, with 57 recorded yesterday, the lowest daily new positive cases recorded in months. Jobless parents seek help for pandemic babies. Oh, this would be the same story from yesterday. 3 arrested for Housing Development Corporation fraud. A man who allegedly pretended to be a manager of the Housing Development Corporation and 2 other people who allegedly were involved in a scheme to defraud money. Hold on. To defraud money from people under a false promise of the acquisition of HGC houses were arrested. People, be careful. Be careful. We need to be careful. Yes, you may want a home and you may want to get the home in the easiest way, but sometimes the easiest way is not the right way. Okay? The right to refuse the vaccine. A group of citizens concerned about constitutionally of mandatory vaccination. Hey, don't make joke. I will sending for the man here. Oh. Yeah. Well, I had to change up the apparatus now. So, folks, just give me a few seconds here. Let me get Mr. Romain ready here, and we'll be right back. Just keep it locked. so welcome back. Let me say good morning to Mr. Dominic Romain. And how are you this morning, my friend?
I am very good. All is well.
Nice. Make sure I hear you properly. Yeah, so continuing in the Express here, dentists, optometrists can work from Tuesday. No emergency dental, optometric, physical therapy, and occupational therapy health services will be allowed on a temporary basis. Okay. Charged after Laventille home invasion, a Beetham Gardens man who allegedly burglarized a house in Laventille has been arrested. Tell me trend about having the hair like this, you know.
That's a new trend for the young people.
This thing is, they have it more neat than that, eh?
Yeah.
But, and the marking just around the edge. I tell them, I say, just no, they had to start a work, you know, so let them make up all their mind is either or they plait it neat, or they chop it off.
Because I don't understand that, because I can't stand my hair high.
Well, this is the thing.
That was always the thing, your hair low.
And the thing about it is the maintenance of that, eh?
Yeah.
You know? Fake PC RAM Roop charged with stealing and using squad car to escort trucks. An advocate man who was allegedly caught driving a police vehicle escorting trucking company vehicles has been slapped with several charges. But what the hell? TNT-bound Sinopharm vaccine reaches Italy. Prison officer charged with marijuana possession. Tobago Cinema Complex losing money. Offer dollars welcome. Police sees rifle, ammunition, cocaine and marijuana. Abdullah, PM has moral obligation to sacrifice. And Mark, no break for Rowley. Papayo. So these are the stories making way in the Express at this time. Over to the Newsday. Licensing officers reopen smoothly on phased basis. I have to go down there. And I am still afraid. Because the amount of things I know that would be backlogged. Boy. Gun ammo seized, marijuana plants destroyed in Port of Spain raids. NAMDEFCO donates seedlings to Point Fortin Corporation. Type 2 diabetes patients are at greater risk for severe COVID-19. Abdul Richards, small increase in COVID-19 rolling average. Roger, Patriotic submitted fourth bid for refinery. Let's hope that it's all the I's have been dotted and all the T's crossed. 124 Venezuelans deported on Sunday. Roger, I know for a fact fuel prices will increase. Public Administration, Digital Transformation Ministries split. Suspect still in custody for killing man over plate. Wait, is a woman that's in custody for killing a man over a plate? That's what I seen there?
Yep.
Stephanie Samaru, wife of Ganesh Ramkisoon, who was chopped over a broken plate on Saturday. Or she was chopped? No.
That's the wife of the victim.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I don't understand. And I'm going to say, what? San Fernando Mayor on social media posts, it wasn't me. What's that about now? What did I miss?
Badly, I missed that.
One day I wasn't here and I missed some, boy. All right, Roger, ministers can't ask public to sacrifice, but buy luxury cars. What? $800,000 Sinopharm doses due to reach Trinidad and Tobago on Tuesday morning. ex-prisoners to be compensated for 29 extra months in jail. We, Papa, you. Son of Santa Cruz man found dead urges check on elderly relatives. Princess Tong man trying to behave himself jailed. Munilal tells Stuart Young, stop macking me. Had to laugh, yes. Silat's man denied bail on gun ammo shooting charges. Funeral of radio pioneer Margaret Elcock on July 24th. New interim executive team at WASA. Man charged with drunk driving and reform tells police chase bandits instead. And these are the stories that are making way in the news day. So quickly over to The Guardian. Headline in The Guardian, disrespect. Tutor Principals Association boycott stakeholders meeting citing disrespect. Representatives of the TNT Unified Teachers Association Tutor and the National Primary Schools Principals Association NAPSPA yesterday refused to attend a stakeholders meeting with Education Minister Dr. Nyan Gatsby-Dolly to discuss the planned reopening of schools in September, claiming they were disrespected. I wonder in what way, boy? Don't understand now. Close to 300 students missed exams because of illness quarantine. Approximately 64 secondary school students and 227 primary school students miss critical exams this year. Ministry reports fewest new COVID cases in 3 months. Abdul Richards, stringent measures can prevent Delta virus arriving here. 90% turnout as manufacturing sector resumes operations. Restaurants ready for next Monday's reopening. Hilton, good morning. Munilal opposition not insensitive for luxury vehicle buys. Yeah, boy. OWTU warns of gas. Okay. 2 men to get money from state for it's only 2 of them. Child finds skeletal remains in Lambu. Residents call for prayers. Police still probing how Mova mom died. 4 COVID deaths, 57 new cases. Tourism stakeholders prepare for border reopening. Hazel Bacchus assigned Minister of Digital Transformation. Okay. Treasure trove showing San Fernando in the early days. Emergency drainage works at Lucivale Junction in Speyside. Teens in court for robbery. So these are the stories making way in the Express, the Guardian and the Newsday at this time. So Mr. Dominic Romain is here in studio with me this morning. So I'm going to again pass the torch over and let's get the fire blazing.
I'd love to know what that thing with the San Fernando Mayor is about.
Yeah, I ain't
I didn't hear about that one. But it wasn't big.
I ain't seen nothing come to my phone. Then again, too, these days with my phone, I don't pick and choose what I take, because nearly every week, there's only 2 gigs of memory are recycling.
Serious.
So, I can't take too much load again.
I'll probably look at it because I saw 2 recently, a few days ago, where the CEO of Sasha Cosmetics put out the same release that it wasn't them. They said apparently a post was shared on the Facebook page of Sasha Cosmetics that was critical of the government. And CEO Kama Marad said it wasn't the official position of the company. Apparently there was some employee who was on Facebook and mix up the profiles and meant to send it on their private profile, but then they sent it. Yeah. Okay, right. Yeah. So, so that's the excuse. So there was, people were calling for a boycott of Sasha Cosmetics, but when you go on the Facebook page, the private Facebook page of profile of the CEO of Sasha, there are a lot of posts there that are anti-government. So, you would forgive me if we don't buy that story. But anyway.
It's just this one kind of stick.
Yeah.
This one kind of stick. So, you get catch more or less.
Yes.
So now you want to backpedal and say it was an... So are we going to see the public removal of this employee to show that you're not tolerating that?
I find so. Yeah. But also I'm not saying the employee was dismissed or was disciplined in some way. How do you discipline an imaginary employee? Somebody had the payroll for 5 minutes and fire them and say, that's all. Oh gosh, these people that for real. But that lead story that you read there, Bruce, with respect to the destitute family from Longmanville. Recently I'm seeing a lot of stories like that coming up, particularly on CNC3. So it's almost every night they feature in a family like that. And I guess what is happening is that as they are featured, every family that they featured so far has gotten help, both from the public and the government, right, in response. So maybe people seeing this and they know a destitute family and probably go into them and tell them, well, hey, call CNC3 and they will come and do a story and you'll get help. But what it has brought to the fore, as far as I'm concerned, is that people always beating up on the government don't care about the poor and they do nothing for poor people and so on. In this case, when you read that story, the mother, who I think is 42 years old, so she has what, 9 children? Yeah.
Okay.
And they live in this little shack. The husband is 60 years old. But Bruce, I don't mean to condemn the people, but oh gosh, you keep hearing they talk about, if it is, you know that is your financial circumstance. Why have so many children and you're not in a position to support them?
Yeah, that has been tough.
Yeah. But as soon as it was brought to the attention of the authorities, the Minister of Social Development, Donna Cox, and a team from her ministry went there and would have assisted. I think the Attorney General said that he will put things in place so that the children could get the birth certificates and so on, and the parents could get the ID cards and all of this. But the mother has admitted she never made any attempt to get these birth certificates for the children.
Okay.
Therefore, it's safe to assume that no attempt was made to get the children into school either. But as soon as it was brought to the attention of the government, help came.
Yeah.
And this is what people need to realize, that when they're saying it, how poor people here and this and the government and doing nothing. The government is not clairvoyant to know who needs help and who doesn't need help.
That has always been the situation.
If you don't seek the help, and the mother also admitted they have never attempted to seek any government assistance for their situation. So what, the Prime Minister, so it's supposed to come to him in a dream that have a family in Longmanville that need help and send Donna Cox to help them? And I'm sure there are people around, probably suggested that they call CNC3. These people couldn't go to them and say, well, girl, let me take you to social welfare and see what they could do, how they could help you. Clearly, these people qualify for help. But you sit down, say nothing, and then bash the government.
That, you see, because that works for them, huh?
Yeah.
That works for them. I don't know, and according to you see, there are lots of people who are like that. You know, they may not want to come forward. You know, they may feel a certain way that they may not want to come forward.
Yeah.
So, and then some of the times, not all of the times, some of the times, the people that reach out to them to assist them has an agenda. And we need to stop with that.
Yeah.
We need to stop with that. If you're helping, you're genuine. You ain't helping to say, you see, the government this and the government that, and look at how the people and them suffering here, and the government ain't doing nothing. Was something said to the government according to you? Did you try to take this person to social worker to help them out? What did you do to help them out genuinely? And that's the problem. Some people could help and they won't help. They rather make a whole bacchanal out of a situation, and for them, there's the way to go.
Yeah. I seen another one the other night with a young lady. She looked like she could probably be in her late 20s or so. And again, their living conditions was terrible. I don't know how people live in these conditions, Bruce, but yeah, it's unfortunate. But I haven't seen them get help yet. So I really hope that that one didn't fall under the radar, and that persons would come to their assistance as well. So,
is your family here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But then they will continue to beat up on Donna Cox because she said some are in need and some are in greed. But it's the truth. We know that they are professional hustlers, people who once hampers given out anyway, even regardless of their financial circumstance, will still go to get it just because they're greedy and they want to hoard the stuff.
That's why I see now when you're going to give, you have to make sure and be very clear in how you're going to do, how you're going to distribute, the stuff, whether it be hampers or whatever that you're helping with. Because, I mean, like Sharon said, she wants people who are not working, not if you're collecting, your NIS and your pension, leave it for somebody who doesn't have an income, so that this person could benefit from it, and that's what you have to do sometimes, because, I mean, as you say, people, they know it have a hamper given out, so they go so. They are given out there, they go there. And let me be honest with each other, that is what most of us do. So don't try to make it look as though nobody trying to attack nobody. That is what some of us do.
Yeah. Because it's just like when we were talking the other day about the woman who stole the stuff from the grocery. And so many people came to help her. And then when Delilah went to help her and so on and took her to the grocery, she bought a whole set of stuff for a line. Delilah took her home and said, but where the woman live in is not what you would expect for somebody going to steal. She said the woman's house better than mine. And she's stealing, but that's what she does. She's a serial thief. It's just vice for some people. They just like the thrill. If I go to the grocery and see if I steal something and see if I get away with it.
Not my little name, no? It's quite okay. I could miss me with that.
Yeah.
I ain't even with that.
And then they get away by the pretext that you have children and you have no money to feed the kids and so on. Clearly, she needs to be charged.
Yeah.
Because people know it's something that she does all the time. Bruce, I saw over the weekend, Sunday, there's a new movement that has been launched called the Break Free Movement.
The
Break Free Movement, yes.
Okay. What are they?
For the time being, it's a movement of social activists, right? It's not yet political. That's what they say.
Okay.
They're about fighting for the small man and the well-being of the country and so on. But for me, I see it as they're trying to break free from the hypocrisy of pretending that they have integrity and that they're about country. And the truth is they're about themselves. Here it is, right? Garth Christopher, Joel D'Souza, Barrington Skippy Thomas, David Welch, Vicky Rampasad, some guy named Ricardo Figaro or something so. And what was the seventh one now? 7 of them started with. So I'm guessing that the organizer of this was Joel D'Souza. He, she, gender confused. It seemed like it took place at his house.
Okay.
Let me say his house because when Skippy was referring to him in his contribution, he referred to. He was saying that Joel used his business for whatever. So I'm going with Skippy. His.
Okay.
Right? So apparently, all of these activists have come together, and I'm guessing Joel is the central figure who has brought them all together. because he realizes that the UNC is a waste of time.
Okay.
Its current form, that they're weak, and they are no match for the PNM, right? They're probably fed up with the tactics that these, every Sunday morning you're putting out a press release, or every Saturday is a press release to challenge what the Prime Minister says at the press conferences, and then Sunday morning you have a press conference to talk a pack of nonsense and the media not asking any questions. It was so embarrassing that this Sunday, in anticipation of the media not asking any questions, UNC walk with their own questions. They walk with their own questions.
Don't do that now, man.
We will question ourselves.
No. I ain't believing no. Trinidad and Tobago and the rest of the world. I am not believing Mr. Dominic Romain this morning. He can't trap me in that. I'm not believing that at all.
That?
I don't know. Don't do me that, Dominic. Don't do me that.
How do you speak? That's a serious of the embarrassment. We will ask, if only don't ask, we will ask ourselves questions.
Man. How you ever ask your own self questions? Boy.
Yeah. Bruce, they're pathetic. But this movement, right? So, Bruce, let me tell you, it was torture. It was an assault on the ears. Listening to these people, all the green verbs, it was an abuse of the English language. I'm saying these people cannot be serious to expect to get anybody of substance to attend a public meeting that they may have. If you come in to have a meeting and you're going to talk live on Facebook, of course, read your speech before and practice it and make sure you get it right now. Yeah. Don't come and embarrass yourself because you don't know who is listening to you. You're making yourself a laughing stock. But that, the thing that struck me about that, Bruce, and I'll tell you, that is a hodgepodge for calamity. When you look at who the membership is, right? Imagine my surprise. They had Garth Christopher supporting and calling out Barrington Skippy Thomas. Right? Yeah.
He knew who he is.
His brother Skippy. Bruce, a few months ago when the UNC had the internal election, right? Barrington Skippy Thomas was on Vasan Bharat slate. And Garth Christopher, of course, supporting Kamla slate because, he's a disciple of Kamla. Anybody who ill speaks Kamla, will go on a live and he say, I warn you, anybody who talk bad about Kamla, there's war. That's him, he's a militant. But Skippy, in the immediate aftermath of the general election, decided, the gloves are off. That Kamla needs to go, and he's now going to speak about the things that he wasn't speaking about before in the lead up to the election because he didn't want to damage the UNC's chances. But now that we've lost, there's no holding back. I'm just going to come out and tell all the Kamla this, Kamla that, whatever it is, right? Every evening on his afternoon drive show. So God decided enough is enough. So he had a live one night. He says, share the live. I'm going to destroy Barrington Skippy Thomas tonight. God did a live and he said the nastiest things, the most vile things about Skippy. What he didn't say is what you forget. He accused Skippy of being a homosexual. He said Skippy's alleged stepson who was kidnapped, that wasn't his stepson, that was a young boy. He picked up somebody he was living with and God knew the guy's parents and this and the guy from all kind of thing, right? There's war between him and Skippy. And while God was doing this live, people tagging Skippy because they want him to see. So the next day on his show on 102, Skippy says, people were tagging me to see this thing, but I don't know what they're tagging me for. I'm not interested in anything God Christopher has to say. But I detected a hint of embarrassment, So, of course, he did issue a few words because it's typical Skippy can help himself. And at that time, he and Kingsley were warring too, right? Because Kingsley took issue with Skippy talking about Kamla in that way. All the time, he and Skippy was ring and finger. And as soon as Skippy, they bust up. Yeah. But now, all they hug up. David Welch and Vicky Rampasad of Trio.tt. They were there. Welch and Vicky bust up the other day because I think Vicky accused Welch of misappropriating monies that was donated to Trio.tt, that he was stealing the money, whatever it is, and Bacchanal. Yeah. On Sunday, well, you hug up. Right? Yeah.
Everybody buried the hatchet.
Bruce, we know time has proven, yet and again, 2 man rat can't live in the same hole, far less for 7. But as if that wasn't bad enough, at the end of the thing, God Christopher is calling on Philip Edward Alexander to join the group. The same Philip Alexander that he has been warring for the past so many months. From the time Philip said he want to join the UNC. And God said, we see in me and that, you want to come in and mash up the thing, and you want to take leadership of the UNC, and this and that, and you've said all the nastiest thing about Kamala. You don't want nothing to do with Philip Alexander. Kingsley always calls here and tells us, anytime you talk about Philip, Kingsley will call him and put in his 2 cents. Clearly, he don't want nothing to do with Philip. But Kingsley and Garth are riding partners, so I don't know if it is their bus up now. But I'll hand it to Kingsley. He might not be the brightest bulb on the tree. But if there's one thing about the man, he doesn't capitulate for expediency. Kingsley wasn't there. And I am certain he would have been invited. You see, when Kingsley takes a stand on something, he holds on to it. And there's been a number of meetings like that they've had where we would see Garth and stuff, and Kingsley ain't going. Right? Because he make up his mind, he's supporting Kamala, and he's against this one, and he's against that one, and he against them. So they have no hug up and thing there. He going with Skippy, he going with Skippy. He going with Philip Alexander, that's how it is. He don't want to hear nothing about them. So if God want to go and do anything, fine, but he not a part of that. So I will hand it to, I will upload Kingsley for that. Right? Unlike the rest of them. Any port for a storm. So they realize that the UNC is weak, that in its current state, they have no chance of winning the next election. So these guys decide, you know what, well, we will have to do it. Let's see if we could come together and pretend that we are about country, build a following, and then maybe we will go back, come 2025, try and see if we could recreate 2010 with the People's Partnership. That's their plan. But they have to understand it's a different time. 2025 is not 2010. So that is just doomed to fail. Fortunately, it is doomed to fail. That's not going anywhere. And the planet have another meeting tomorrow night, and they're launching a page and so on. We'll see. I'll give it maybe 6 months before.
For everybody draw swords?
Yeah. 6 months might be a stretch. Yes. Yeah. And we'll set the Philip take up the invitation. Well, the whole party fall long right there. Yeah, so that ain't going nowhere. But we'll continue to monitor that.
I need to find a good freehand cartoonist.
Yeah.
I have an idea for some drawings there. I need to get out of my head and onto some paper. Yeah, it will be interesting just to see how that will go.
Yeah. Yeah, but I know that's not going anywhere. But just brace yourself for the bacchanal and the fallout. It's only a matter of time.
Right now they're trying any and everything, eh?
Yeah.
But you see the thing about it, eh? Do we want to say we want to see us Trinis? We don't really like to burn twice, you know.
Yeah.
Very rare you will see Trinidadian burning twice. We burn once, that once will then stick here. And it will take a lot to make that same mistake.
Yeah.
Again. You understand? Whether it be what? I Trinidadians will burn twice.
Yeah.
We'll burn once. Dominic do me that. Dominic ain't getting the opportunity again.
Yeah.
You mad or what?
People would prefer not to vote than to support the UNC.
That is just it.
And that is something that UNC that they fail to take into consideration. They don't have crossover appeal. So when an election is not just simply to sit back and say, well, all right, well, the PNM doing this and the PNM doing that and the population upset with what the PNM doing, and that does not automatically translate into votes for you. Because people remember what you all did. They know what you all offer.
Yeah.
Right? And they see the character of even the new cast of UNC is just as bad as what was from 2010 to 2015. So you will not get the votes of the people. As I said, people will prefer simply to withhold their vote. So let them go ahead and continue to and the hypocrisy continues to come out with this issue of the exemptions. You saw just now where Munilal and you know what he's saying is that the opposition is not insensitive with respect to approaches. So Saddam Hussein bought a Prado, Ravi Ratiram, and that's the two that we know of so far. guess it's only a matter of time before others come up. But and Lala is now talking about a moratorium for about 2 years on the purchase of the vehicles and the exemptions and so on. But you see, he could talk that talk, Bruce, because I remember some years ago I heard at Tobagonian saying, I think it was from Eastland Mackenzie. She said, "Full belly man tell hungry belly man, full strain." You see, he could talk that talk because in 2017 he bought a Jaguar F-Pace, right? Very high-end vehicle, SUV, costing over $700,000. 2019 he bought the very same Mercedes that Stuart John is now going to purchase, right? So he would have probably taken ownership of that vehicle probably in early 2020. So the vehicle is under 2 years. So he doesn't have a plan right now to buy anything. So it's okay. I could talk that talk and say, well, yeah, put a cap on it as the case may be, because I have no intention of buying any new vehicle probably for the next 2 years, right? So he could say that, but had he intentions to, he would be singing a different song, because in 2013, when the 98 report of the Salaries Review Commission came out, Salaries Review Commission recommended that they put caps on the exemptions, right? And they recommended a 25% pay raise for members of parliament. Munila was one of the loudest voices that was complaining 25% pay raise is not enough, because it doesn't take into consideration that the amount of work that MPs do, and that is a full-time job and all. Yeah, he had an issue with that. The Salaries Review Commission recommended that the $4,100 that MPs get as a traveling allowance, that be taken away, right? In lieu of the increase in the salary.
If you get the increase, you take away that. I can understand that.
And rather than you all having unfettered exemptions, so right now it's full exemption for tax, motor vehicle tax and VAT and all of these things, right? They had established certain exemptions, which is what they're calling for now. But when the report came, he didn't accept it. In fact, when they got the 25% increase, Mr. Warner, who at that time was still with them, said that they should have gotten 100% increase. But at the same time, they were telling public servants 0, 0, 0. That's what they started with when they came in 2010, right? For public servants. And then it ended up 5%, and Mr. Watson Duke took the 5%, remember that? And then he took the 5 and walked, because he said when he spoke with the government and so on, and they promised that that public servants would get HGC houses and all kind of things. And a mama guy people. And then Roger and the rest of them held out, and I think they ended up getting 9% and whatnot. But 25% wasn't enough. But 5% was okay. And now they have the audacity and the temerity to come and talk about, oh, the government will care about poor people, and they should make sacrifices to show the people that they understand what they're going through. Imagine Roger talking that talk. When Petrotron was restructured and people went through, did Roger take a pay cut?
Yeah, right.
Roger driving a BMW. Roger's salary comes from the dues of members, right? They were all over the place talking about how people committing suicide and all of that because they don't have money and they don't have money to feed their families and all that. I never once heard Mr. Roger say, I'm going to take a pay cut to commiserate. I never heard James Lambert say that. Watson Duke. None of these union leaders who get in pay from people's dues. Any one of them said they're going to take a pay cut? Even now. No. Watson Duke the other day make a grand charge and talk about he's going to give $10,000 from his salary every month to assist people and so on. Which salary? From the one from PSA, the 40, 50,000 a month that you're making, or the one that you're getting as an assemblyman to do no work right now? I haven't heard him follow up on that. He's not said anything further. He threw out a challenge for other political leaders and parliamentarians and politicians to do the same thing. We talk that talk once. This is a man who loves camera. This is a man who likes to be in the limelight. I have not seen Watson Duke hand out a hamper. I have not seen him hand out a check. Nothing. Yes, he's talk that talk. But walk the walk now. Show us where you follow through. That's the thing. So when these men have no moral authority to come and talk anything about sacrifice and so on, lead by example. You all drawing your salaries from people's dues. $100 or whatever it is coming out from people's paycheck every month. You know, they could do it $100. You living high off the hog based on that. Well, you take a pay cut too and show the politicians how to do it. But you're not going to do that, okay? You're damn fake. You're fooling nobody.
Guys, we go into a break and we'll be right back, so keep it locked.
one, Lord. So, the master, so all these girls on them, because I tell them already now, we run the block, you understand? Well, I don't just banner. Oh my Lord, good afternoon, ladies.
Afternoon.
We all going?
We're going to take our vaccine.
Oh my Lord, can we come with all the two?
Of course.
You take me one time.
Let's go.
Take it, take it, take it, take it. If you see the woman, take it. She sit down her back and take it. She tell me she able, pretending needle. She start to smile, take it, just for a while. She take it, let you know she able, pretending needle. If you see the nurse, she come for it first. Not to take this vaccine, it could be a curse. Of course, as a first responder, her priorities in order. What make hesitate? Girl didn't want to wait. If you see the woman, take it. She sit down her back and take it. She tell me she able, pretending needle. She start to smile, take it, just for a while. Take it, let you know she able, pretending needle. I take a took it up. She take one drop, I went back for a next drop. She take one stick, I come back cause she love it. She take one shot, I went back for a next shot. She take one stick, I come back cause she love it. I know woman friend, they can't make the grade. They say not me and that, this is a charade. But besides a little swelling and a little dizzy feeling, she had me a mess, thinking about her for this. If you see the woman, take it. She sit down her back and take it. The woman, she able, pretending needle. She start to smile and take it, just for a while. She take it, let you know she able, pretending needle. I take a joke, she take one joke, I went back for a next joke. She take one stick, I come back cause she love it. She take one shot, I went back for a next shot. She take one stick, I come back cause she love it. If you see the woman, take it. She sit down her back and take it. The woman, she able, pretending needle. She start to smile and take it, just for a while. She take it, let you know she able, pretending needle. If you see the woman, take it. She sit down her back and take it. She tell me she able, pretending needle. She start to smile, take it, just for a while. She take it, let you know she able, pretending needle. Take your vaccine, girl, take it, take it, take it, take it.
You have been asking for him, and now he's on every second and fourth Friday from 1:15 to 1:45. Pastor, lawyer Dave McKenzie on the street, 919 FM. Call him and ask him about any legal matters that may be confronting you. Also, you have questions about the Bible, about spirituality and religion. He is able to answer. Join Pastor, lawyer Dave McKenzie on the street, 919 FM. Every second and fourth Friday from 1:15 to 1:45, as he will be dealing with legal matters and matters of spirituality on the street, 919 FM.
Sign up and save with Green Dot. When you subscribe to any of our broadband packages, you get 30% off the installation fee, allowing you to stream your favorite shows on any of your devices. Update your social media accounts and connect with friends and family. Stay on top of the class with online learning sessions, or keep your team in the loop with virtual meetings, all at an affordable price. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 224-GDOT today to sign up and save with Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
But when you think of mortgage, it's like a daunting feeling. I remember dealing with the rep, and it wasn't a judgmental process. She said, you can consolidate this, you can start to clear this off. It was really a comfortable feeling. It was a humane experience. So that gave me the confidence to say, yes, I can do this.
At TTMF, we're not just a mortgage company. We are your mortgage partner. TTMF, from here to home.
Stay connected at home and to your home with Digicel Plus Smart Combo. We've combined our entertainment and smart services to give you simply more. More speed, more entertainment, more smart solutions, more savings. Get online faster with speed starting at 100 megabits per second. Enjoy better Wi-Fi coverage at home with smart Wi-Fi. Keep entertained with all the must-have TV channels. Feel safer at home with Smart Home. Get simply more with a Digicel Plus Smart Combo. Sign up for the Smart Glass Combo with 100 megabits per second, 27 channels, smart Wi-Fi, and smart home for only $499. Call 866-PLUS or visit DigicelTT.com. Digicel Plus. Better together.
At any time, anywhere, anyone can be a victim of a violent crime. Each year, innocent citizens fall victim to various crimes. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board reaches out to victims who have suffered financial loss and physical injury as a result of violent crimes. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board, located at Tower C Level 20 International Waterfront Complex, number 1 Ryson Road, Port of Spain. Call us at 627-2376. The program cannot erase the painful memories of a crime, but it can help ease the financial burdens victims bear. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Board.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship, Children's Hour, and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements: silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359
or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
Len Capital Certificates is a passive income service company located at Princess Margaret Street in San Fernando and 5th Street South Woodbrook. At Len Capital, investing is made simple. You invest with us. We make the investments and then you collect returns either monthly or yearly. We have 5 different options you can choose from, and each investment option comes with different benefits starting from TT $5,000. For more information, contact 399-0307. Len Capital Certificates. It's all about you.
Tune into the street 91.9 FM
Every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinal Thomas.
The scripture says, "And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in."
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Showin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
No distance can divide us, our hope is what connects us. Though challenges we face, we're still full of resilience. If we believe together, things are gonna get better. We're closer than we've ever been, we will rise up much stronger. Just believe, just believe, just believe, just believe. 'Cause we've been down before, and we will rise once more. Just believe, just believe, just believe. Hope will lead the way. Tomorrow's a brighter day, so just believe.
Believe in the future, believe in each other, and we will get there. Be mobile, just believe.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yes, guys, so welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're locked on to the Street 919 FM. This is the Titans of Democracy, and also just a bit of information here for you. Remember, when you try to find us on YouTube, you go to Iwer TV live broadcast on the Street 919 FM, and you click also subscribe. Remember to subscribe to it. It's our new page or new Iwer TV page. So when you go there, you make sure and subscribe to the page. All right, and make sure and tell a friend, let everybody know, because I know a lot of you would have been looking for us on the previous page. So, all right, you can check us out. Iwer TV live broadcast on the Street 919 FM. That is the page. You go there and you subscribe. Yes, Dominic.
Yes, sir.
So.
What what you want to do first? What Mr. Ishmael for me?
Oh gosh.
If Don Sadafis.
These brothers are amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, I ain't seen it yet. I only for the next thing on.
I play this one for me then. And I yes.
See. I don't know. Brothers and then they never cease to amaze.
Yeah. So this one is a clip from Sunday, CNC3 News Sunday night, right? The video.
Mm-hmm.
The effrontery of Gregory Aboud of Duma. You know, sometimes you just have to wonder about these guys. Right, so play that one.
Let's see.
For the Prime Minister's tone, President.
Hey.
To the Prime Minister's tone, President Gregory Aboud said while the lifting of restrictions is welcomed and long overdue in his opinion, DOMA's members are wondering when it will be their turn. He said he can only anticipate that they will get the green light a week after the food sector has reopened. But he said his members are becoming fed up with how the Saturday press conferences are conducted.
The population is quite tired of all the scolding and all the rebuttals and all the preoccupation with comments that relate to people's reputations and so on, and with not enough attention being paid to the task at hand, which is to vaccinate the population and reopen the economy.
Meanwhile, Mr. Aboud is hoping that the mass vaccination drive carded to start next week Friday is delivered as promised.
We will become very negative if emergency action is not taken in the next few days to make available to the population the vaccines which have been promised to us on many previous occasions and which have not been supplied.
His association is fed up with the battles, the concerns with battles and so on, and comments that have to do with people's reputations. So the Prime Minister must allow people to say the nastiest things about him. Allow the opposition to constantly come every single day, every Sunday morning, every Saturday afternoon after he comes and talks to the people. Call him vaccine vagrant, call him a conman, and all of these things, and he mustn't respond. You must say, well, I'm the Prime Minister and I'm held to a higher standard, so I'll allow them to continue their foolishness. To spread their lies, and he mustn't respond, right? That same press conference that you're talking about, the Prime Minister mentioned 800,000 doses of vaccine coming today. He didn't hear that. So we will become very negative if it is that the promised vaccines are not delivered. Negative isn't the word he wanted to use, eh? We know that. He tried to be diplomatic there, but we know negative is not the word. What has DOMA done to assist its members in terms of vaccination? Other associations have put their money where their mouth is. The Supermarkets Association put their money where their mouth is. TTMA, the Contractors Association. All of them came out, they put out their money, they set up thing at Diwali Nagar, at the, I think it's Center Point Mall or one of those, for the members to come. And I remember the head of the TTMA was talking about that. She said it was a costly exercise because members had to donate money and so on for them to rent the place, for them to pay for chairs and tents and all of these, and give the volunteers a little something, as the case may be, provide meals and whatnot and stuff. DOMA hasn't done that. Have you approached the government to say, well, give us X amount of vaccine or we will set up something somewhere to vaccinate our members? No. But we will become very negative if it is that the government doesn't deliver on the promised vaccine. And then they're gonna come and this thing has upset me with these guys, right? People keep talking about, because on when I did my program on Sunday morning and I was reading, I usually go afterwards, like the next day, and read the comments. And I saw somebody was saying that because I made reference to the United States and what's happening in the US.
Yeah.
And my reference was to highlight the fact that there are people in Trinidad and Tobago who seem to think that the government is supposed to be a magician. That Dr. Rowley has a magic wand that he's supposed to wave and everybody is doing well and there's no poverty and so on. I highlighted the fact that in the US, where they have the ability to print money, in the United States, where they're always giving away billions of dollars every year to different countries to help poverty, to alleviate poverty in these countries. In their own country, you have people who are living in tents. No water, no lights, no sanitation and so on. Downtown Manhattan, you could go, and that's just one example of several different cities, states, towns, whatever it is, where you see poor people. I mean, I remember the last time I traveled to Florida, Bruce and I went to Walmart. And when I'm coming out, going back to the car, and this lady came with her two children begging for money. Now, I was taken aback, because I've never experienced that before in the United States, and because of the picture I was painting that everything is hunky-dory in the US, everybody doing well. And I'm going in there and I'm seeing the price of food in Walmart. I'm like, well, I don't see why you should have poverty here, because I could probably go in Walmart and spend $50 and buy food to last me a good month myself.
Yeah.
So I was taken aback, but I still gave them money, right? So, and that was the point that I was trying to make. But the person was saying that, so am I using the US as an example and their poor performance to excuse what's happening here, and we need to be talking about the way forward. And the problem with talking about the way forward is that nobody likes to talk about the way forward in terms of what am I going to contribute. There's always the government. What is the government doing for the way forward? What is the government's plan for the way forward? The way forward has to involve everybody. Everybody has a contribution to make. But everybody want to rock back and fold your arms and let me hear what the government going to do. And that's why when the Prime Minister made the point, wean yourself off the government, and that statement was so misinterpreted by so many people. The private sector has a role to play. It is not only for the government to help. When you see these people, these stories come up with these people who are struggling and so on. We have CEOs in this country, Bruce, who are making $250,000, $300,000 a month. You tell me they can't contribute? You have big conglomerates like Massey and Samakal and so on, and every year they reporting profits of $1 billion and all this kind of thing. I mean, come on. They will kill you if you put aside $20 million to help people. Even if you don't want to give, you can't give somebody a job. You see the person suffering, they're unemployed, they complain, and they work in CPF, whoever it is, and sometimes they call them and say, well, okay, well, here, what now? They could get a job in this division or that division to help the situation. But we don't hear that. And as the Prime Minister rightly said on Saturday, everybody always want to beat up on the government and you want to give everybody else a free pass. So these are the institutions, they don't have a responsibility to the country that they taken from, that they're making their millions off of. No, so don't hold the CEOs to account. Don't hold the conglomerates to account, and all the businesses, don't hold them to account. Everything is the government must provide because people figure it's taxpayers' dollars, I pay in taxes, and therefore I'm entitled. But the people to really look at how much money you're really paying in taxes and what that could do. Right? They complain about VAT, but the other day I went to the grocery and I spent about $300, and my VAT didn't even come to 20.
How to say, boy? It's our next side to that too. And it's the side that most of us doesn't want to hear.
Yeah.
Because, okay, yes, the private sector could probably do a little more. I agree. And the Prime Minister was right when he say, wean yourself off of the government a little bit. But there's one section that we didn't talk about. The people who don't want to work.
There's that.
Dominic, I have seen where you want a job, you're complaining, the government ain't doing nothing for you, and nobody here want to hire you. But when they do hire you, I himself want to say what it is you're doing when you reach on the people work.
Yeah.
But you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Correct.
There are some companies that have you on a week contract because they're checking your performance right through.
Right.
Right? And if it is, okay, this week, how much days you work 6 days, you had one off day, you come late to work 5 times. Everybody just had a little switch, getting into the thing. Let me see how you're doing next week. They might overlook that late thing and let that late thing run for a little month. They ain't telling you that, but they will come and they will caution you.
Yeah.
Watch the late coming. You had to reach for a certain time, try and reach for that time. If after that 4 weeks of contracts, let me put it that way, right? And they come up and they say, okay, this is the end of the month or whatever the case might be. This is a month gone here. You have out of the, let me see, 6 4s, right? Okay, we have the 24 days. Out of the 24 days, 20 days you're late.
Yeah.
5 days you're absent. The rest of the days you do what you want.
Right.
They go and keep you.
Obviously not.
But you want to work.
Yeah.
So how you plan to work? Work you want to go and sit down in the people's place and collect a salary.
That's right. That's right. When it's lunchtime, you go in the back of the building and smoke a weed. And then you come back inside. Because I saw over the weekend and the newspapers, Associated Brands is looking for factory workers, right? I saw they recently expanded, I think, into Mauritius. Somewhere there. And with the Catch brand. The business expanding and they're looking for workers. So I know this guy who's unemployed. Not told him. No. I don't live too far from
Yeah.
right the main factory in Arima there, right? So you ain't living far. You could walk. See, I worry about paid passage. Nah, I don't want no factory work, but I don't work. I just want to pay a small money. You have no job. Every time you say, come on, $5 an hour. Hey, God bless me, tell $10, right?
No, but if you was working, you'd have more than that.
Thank you. You would not ask me for any.
You would have more than that.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
You don't work no dog work, but they must want to talk to you anyhow and tell you what thing. And
yeah, because you want to go any people who can do what you want. It doesn't work that way.
Exactly.
It doesn't work. Sometimes I just wonder if folks just think about if I am running a business, right? And I have certain tasks that need to get done during the day.
Yeah.
And I am hiring people to complete these tasks and they don't complete it, then what do I do?
Yeah.
You're going to keep them?
No. But they expect to be kept.
Hey. Well, they can't talk to me all they want. I do only a favor, I hear. I do only a favor.
Yeah. But that was even brought out, if my memory serves me, from as far back as 2013, when the manufacturing sector were complaining that the factories have the capacity to run 3 shifts, right? Which is 6 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon till 10 in the night, and then 10 in the night till 6 in the morning, right? 24 hours. And they were complaining that they could only run 2 shifts because they're not getting people to work the graveyard shift 10 to 6. And they attributed that in the main to the fact that people prefer to go and work CPEP. So they get up early in the morning and probably go and work until 5, until 10 or whatever time. And then for the rest of the day, you just lie down home and relax. And that was a challenge because more and more people were actually leaving the factory jobs to go and work in CPEP. Right? I couldn't understand that because at least with the factory job, one, you could get a job letter to go to the bank. Some of these factories offer you stuff like group health, group pension, and that you have perks, you have a vacation time and so on, paid leave, and as the case may be. But simply because people don't want to work particular hours or they like the CPEP hours, but I can't understand. Now I know some people would do it because that's just a circumstance. Okay, because I know I have relatives who work in CPEP. They could do better, but they just adjust their lives around that.
Okay.
I can't understand how you could live on the CPEP salary, to be honest with you. I probably spend more than that on gas on my car for the month. I can't understand it, but they adjust their lives accordingly and they make do and so on. Okay, no problem. And that situation has continued. So now, and then what they were saying too is that even the 2 shifts that they are operating, running on skeletal staff, so you have people actually working double shift. It was so difficult for them to get unskilled labor to work in these factories again because people were gravitating towards CPEP and URP. So when people want to blame the government because they're struggling and this and that, Bruce, I honestly believe everybody has the same opportunities. Now look at this family that we're talking about with the cover story, right? The parents have denied the children an opportunity because you, as you admitted, never went to get the children's birth certificate, never attempted to get them into school. Because in your mind, you said that, okay, this is the lifestyle that I have lived. I didn't go to school, and it is what it is, because I think the eldest daughter, who is 21, she built up a little shack next door to the parent shack. She has a young baby, so she and her family. And the cycle continues. Because this is what I know. There was another story of another family, I think a week ago or so. And what struck me in that story was when the guy said, father of the household, he said the only thing that he got from his family, from his parents, was how to live a life of hardship. And he just continued. That's what I know, to live a life of hardship. So I knock up a little shack somewhere and I make some kids and then and do the best that I can to raise them, and then, but that's what they know. They don't know other things. So if you give them the opportunity to get an education, you never know, you might have a genius on your hand right there.
Yeah.
But you decide, for excuse, that you can't leave the children home to go and get their birth certificates. so you never made an effort. And if the story didn't come to light, that situation would have continued for Lord knows how long. And then the children would have passed school age and probably go out and get a little job somewhere, probably work CPEP, work URP, and the cycle continues again. And that's the thing that we need to, and you have people who see this going on, who know you passing there every day. When school open, you seeing all these children there not going to school, and never occurred to you to find out what it is really going on here. To call the authorities so that they can come and investigate to find out why these children are not in school. But we blame the government, right? That's the government's fault. The parents willfully choose not to do what they're supposed to do. So you said that when you made the children, you missed the deadline to go to the registrar or do it, so whatever it is. So every time you didn't make 1, 2, 3, you need 9 children. So each time you missed the deadline, that's the excuse. I know people have it hard, but you see, when we try to make excuses for mediocrity and make excuses for people doing things that is unacceptable, that's the problem right there. We encourage it, and then when it gets to the point, to crisis point, blame the government.
Well, let me say this, Dominic. I grew up watching my 2 parents work. And even though at times they would have felt that I was too young to understand what was going on, I know when we went through little tough times, and I would know when we went through good times. You understand? And I always tell myself, no matter what go on, I always see my mother, my father, get up in the morning, organize herself, and go to work. I never hear or see my mother do so and say, well, okay, she's supposed to go and collect something from the government. I remember we used to get a grant in school. They used to give us the grant to take home to appearance.
Right.
But I can't remember how much the grant was. But we used to get our grant. I can't remember how often. And you had to take the grant home to appearance. When they stopped the grant, I never see my mother make no bacchanal, make no sort of noise. When was the bacchanal with the cola? I mean, I see my mother cry and she didn't know I saw her crying. And still that woman stay strong, do what she had to do. My father do what he had to do. So I don't know the Dominic, let me call this minister or that minister because I want. I don't know that. I will tell anybody, the most that I will do is, you see what I am doing here now, right? I will try to find an avenue to get into somewhere where that skill can be applied.
Right.
I ain't going on. Here we're going on now. I could do it a little, whatever. That can't work for me. No, it cannot work for me. And I always try my best to make sure that no matter what go on, that my children and myself do end up in a situation where I had to reach to that. I don't ever want to. I pray and ask the Father every day, give me the strength to get up and do what I had to do. If I get assistance, obviously I will be grateful. But for me to be dependent on that when I could do so many different things, and there are people out there who are more skilled than me, and they can do better than me. Sometimes who knows, it probably just need a little push to say, well, hey, get up, go and do this, go and do that. But we can't sit down and wait on nobody to come and bring things for us. Come on, people. We had to come out of that. Dominic. We can sit down. I know Dominic going and pass down the road here today. He just passed 7 o'clock every day. When he passed, Dominic, let me get $5 now. So
all the time.
Every day I go ask Dominic.
All the time.
I didn't feel that Dominic will get fed up on that, man. He might take a different route.
And you're flagging down my car. Hey, when I stop. My brother, bless you, boy, you know. I'm working. What could do for your boy? All the time, so.
No, mind you, I ain't saying if a brother in need that particular day I see you need and I haven't, and I don't see no last something now. But And I realized that too. I'll tell you something when I realized that. I always used to have a little small change on me.
Right.
Just in case, you're passing and take one and fix up. But I realized that every day I passing in this particular spot, my partner waiting on me. So I asked him, I say, let me ask you something. I listen to how you talk already, because you come with a whole story.
Yes.
Right? I say, you wanna do something a little more with yourself?
Yeah.
He say, well, who go hire me? I living on the street and thing. I say, yeah, but anything is possible. Anything is possible. I say, if you're willing to clean up yourself, yeah, a little pants, a little shirt, a little thing, and and let me see what's going on. He don't want that. I say, well, brother, what's going on? I can't maintain you,
Yeah.
Because I have a family too. Not every day I will have, and then the day I don't have, what will happen?
You're vexed.
You go vex with me, you go want to cuss me, we go end up in our back and believe you me. We go have problems because I ain't taking that.
Yes.
So Dominic, I being honest, I stopped because I realized, and it's not here alone, a couple others. It's like you're putting yourself in position. I know today, that man has always passed wrong this time, this woman this passed, so that one, they just give me a little something, and no, man. No. We just say, you're not helping, and people, I realize that we can get help for anything we need help for.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, or you know somebody who you think may need some help, stretch out a little hand and assist them in that way, though, according to the Bible. Don't give me the fish now, teach me how to fish.
Yeah. No, but I have people who just give me the daily bread. That's all they want. Every day. You want to be able to, when you had to get up early in the morning to get to work, they sleep in. During night and they get up and things like that. And the excuse that some people make, Bruce, that they came from a broken home or a single parent. You see that single parent nonsense? I don't ascribe to that at all, because I grew up in a single parent home. Right? And I always make that point, because my dad died when I was a year and 10 months. And my mom had 5 children, and the oldest one was 14. And she worked. She didn't say, well, okay, let me see if I get a stepfather to help me. That was it. And I know my mother went to work. She took care of all of us. She wasn't rich, but she was able to provide, and she was always a stickler when it came to education. She understood. She used to tell me and my younger sister, listen, I sending you all to school to learn. No boyfriend, no girlfriend thing. School, home school.
Yeah.
Don't come and tell me you all want to go online, because back then, in the late 90s and so on, the crave was Club Coconut, Sun.
Oh yes.
Pier 1 and all these sweats and so on. My friends go into these things. I know even go and bother to ask my mother nothing. I know what she going and say already. So forget that. I never asked. I never went to no fete at all of that. Right? If I go and ask, pick up your book. Right? Club Coconuts in your book. Fine. No problem. Right? So, and it didn't really bother my sister and I, Bruce, because we never had an acquired taste for those things anyway. But at the end of the day, when I finished at CIC, I joined Republic Bank.
Okay.
And then I funded my own education, right? I didn't mind because I helped out.
Wait, no, that was through the program that Republic
Youth
Bank.
Link apprenticeship program.
That program has been going on for a while, and I remember when we finished school, I had some guys who did accounts and stuff like that. They ended up in that program, and some of them still work in the bank today.
Yeah, because what it is, well, back then it was a 9-month apprenticeship, so they take you in, and then they train you in all different aspects of banking. So some people would be assigned to a branch, some would be assigned to a specialist unit, and then, but even the people who are assigned to different things, so you learn banking because it's a way for them to recruit. And then at the end of it, they have a graduation ceremony and so on, and based on the vacancies they have in the bank, they would usually place you. So it's a very good program, and they pay you every week. You know, a stipend to assist with your traveling and so on, and meals and whatever as the case may be. And I joined the bank through that way, and then fortunately, GATE came along, and I was able to fund my education, so my mother didn't have to get that stress. My sister, when she finished from Holy Name, she joined Price Waterhouse again as an apprentice, as a trainee auditor, and then from there, Price Waterhouse paid for her to do ACC and so on and whatnot and stuff. And we were able to do that, but we didn't use the excuse that we come from a single parent home, and because there were in my neighborhood there were other children too, Bruce, who just went to school for the sake of just going to school because my parents sending me. But we went because we enjoyed it and we understood what the benefit of that was. And my mother used to always tell us, if you all meet them in the road, you can say hello, wherever it is, but association, forget that. And people used to always say that my mother figure her children better than everybody else. And she say, yes, I figure my children better, and who if you like, that's your business. And today you see the benefits of it.
Yeah.
Right, because we all hold very good job, and my other siblings as well. There was just one who was a little wayward. Well, he's deceased. That's the one who died a couple of years ago. Right, but I have a brother who lives in Seattle, and then my other sister, my older sister. So we've all done very well. Right, but we took advantage of the opportunities. We understood the benefits of education. We knew what we wanted, and we went after it. But for the people who will make the excuse, I mean, come on, the opportunities were there.
Yeah.
So it is open to everybody. But then parents have a role to play in that too, in that you have to lead. I'm not saying that you will tell your children what career to choose, but at least lead them down a path where it is that they have access to the opportunities that are there. Because there are a lot of people who took advantage of GATE when it was the full 100%. I mean, you can still access it now.
Yeah.
And there are opportunities, and it's never too late to make that turnaround.
Yeah.
But this thing about the government and the government and the government. Respect, international there for my please.
I see a lady on the YouTube chat here. She was saying that she woke up one morning and got a stroke. And in her case, I could understand that.
Yes.
I could understand what she went through, and you understand. But the people I'm speaking about is some guys who able-bodied. Is not to say that they, they cannot do something, they cannot get up and get as able-bodied people I'm speaking about. So when you see every day you passing this person, and when you check it now, it have many different reasons why some of these guys are there, whether it be substance abuse, mental illness. It have a lot of different reasons. I am not saying no.
Right.
I am just saying that if it is you have the capacity to know every day Dominic passing here at a certain time, and you could be most present.
Right.
If we get something to do now, we pile more money in my pocket self now.
Now, with the lady who mentioned that she would have gotten the stroke, right? And I can understand her circumstance.
Yes.
Because obviously we know the debilitating impact that a stroke has. Because my mother got a stroke in 2013, and she actually got a stroke on the job. Right?
Oh, okay.
And of course, she had to stop working after that again because of the impact that it had. But it would have affected her income.
Yes.
Right? Because at that point, because when she got the stroke, she had just turned 62. So it went from earning a salary, because she was like salary, total income for the month would probably be $10,000-$13,000, and it ended up being just NIS pension.
Yeah.
And then when she would have applied for a disability grant, because she wanted to do that, because we told her, Mommy, you don't need to do that because we got to take care of you. But she didn't get it on account of the fact that on the form they asked questions with respect to the household income.
Okay.
And so the jobs, and because at the time both my sister and myself were living at home with my mom, my salary plus my sister's salary, and then the total household income was in excess of $60,000 a month. So they were like, well, definitely we don't qualify. But it wasn't an issue for us because we could have supported her and so on. But in this lady's case, I don't know what her family situation is, household situation is, and therefore, yes, you would. So if in a case like that, she would need the help, the government help.
Agreed.
She could do that. But
in that case, I see no issues there.
Yeah.
In that case, no issues.
Correct. But just as an aside, Bruce, from a professional standpoint, and it's just to throw it out there, and that's one of the issues I think that the central bank governor was talking about recently, with the issue of financial literacy, and talking to people about the different investment options that are out there. But when you're working, making that sacrifice, because people save money in the credit union, they save money in the bank and in the unit trust, they have no problems doing that every month, right? But from where I sit, I can tell you for a fact, one of the most underrated insurance products is what's called critical illness insurance, right? Where Guardian, my company, covers you for up to 21 different critical illnesses, one of which is a stroke. So if it is you are insured for, let's say, $1 million, and you suffer a stroke and it leaves you in a debilitating situation, that's $1 million that you get there that you could invest that could assist you to, if you need to make adjustments to your home, if you need to hire somebody, and so on. And a lot of people aren't aware of these products that are out there that they can invest in, and it's not very expensive. Probably spend, depending on whatever is your budget, that a plan could be tailor-made for you. But at least you know that instead of me putting $500 a month to the credit union, I could probably put $3, and you put $200 towards this critical illness plan. If you suffer a critical illness, I have this lump sum of money to receive, and it's not like the company tells you what to do with it. You receive your check for your lump sum, and you can do whatever it is you want with it. I always draw as an example to some of my clients, where I had this client from Tobago, and she suffered a mild stroke. She said she didn't even know she suffered a stroke. She was watching television one night, and when she got up to go to her room, she realized the foot heavy and she dragging it and so on. And the next morning, same thing, and the husband said, well, hey, go to Trinidad and run some tests. And she went to West Shore, and they did the test, and they realized that it was a mild stroke that she had suffered. And she said a few days later she had recovered. So she called me and she said, well, here now, I covered for stroke, boy. I said, well, yeah. She said, okay. She said, well, I had a little episode the other day, and they told me I had a mild stroke and whatnot, so I could make a claim. I said, yeah, you could. And we put it through. She was insured for $500,000. And it took us about 2 months to pay the claim because we needed to get some reports from her doctor. And the doctor didn't want to release the claim. But long story short, she got her $500,000, and we paid interest on it in the interim period from when she made the claim to when we were able to pay. And she took the money and bought a piece of land. Okay. And put up a building and it to rent out. So, Mr. Ishmael.
So guys, make sure and log on to the Facebook page, Street 919 FM. Also to YouTube. Remember our new YouTube page, Iwer TV live broadcast on the Street 919 FM. Right, that's how you find the page, and you make sure and subscribe to the page. Yes, make sure and subscribe to the page. Make sure and hit that like button as well. And we're back on the inside. So we're going to show you now this, I don't know how to call this, if to call this.
We call it a dunce was a person.
Lord Father.
So from doing lives telling people that your information is that if you take the vaccine and in 2 years it will affect your DNA, all kind of nonsense like that. We have Mr. Ishmael here. Decided to go and comment on the Facebook page of the US president. And his comment is, Mr. President, please share this plan with the former head of CARICOM and an avid supporter of Maduro. Our visionless Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley. In fact, we have no problem if you want to consider us your 51st state. We are on board. And he will call himself a patriot. Right? Another one, Salma P. J. Raj decides to respond, and she says, Inshallah, Ishmael, please ask Joe to open his country for us. We're not lazy. We can have doubles and roti restaurants open at every corner.
It pass amazing.
Yeah.
It pass amazing. Because you would not believe that this is what that individual will do.
You know what's the sad thing about it, Bruce? So Joe Biden's Facebook page is an international thing, right? So obviously people from all over the world see this. It's not just anybody, it's just Trinis. All over the world.
If you didn't thinking about that, Dominic.
Thank you. And this foolishness that he continues to talk about, Dr. Rowley is a fan and a avid supporter of Nicolas Maduro. I don't understand. When was the last time Dr. Rowley had any interactions? When was the last time you even hear about Nicolas Maduro? Maduro has not even been in the news in recent time. But you continue to push that foolishness. Where the other day when he did his live that you played, the thing that you played, where he's saying that that the reason why we didn't get vaccines is because the US realized that that Maduro and Dr. Rowley are friends. So I guess when Dr. Rowley had that one-on-one with Kamala Harris about the vaccines, she didn't know that he and Maduro are friends. When they sent the 400 doses of Pfizer vaccine, they didn't know that he and Maduro are friends. Okay? Right. And this is stupidness, a big man with a following. That's the nonsense you will talk. You can find nothing else to post. what you for country and all kind of nonsense. Anyway, I told you I had my running with him back in 2013 local election as an ILP. I realized something that this man is a clown. As Angie would say, a clown on rollerblades. Anyway. Morning, Angie.
Oh, good. And to my friend there on YouTube, I wouldn't call your name. That's sad what I see right there. But always be proud that you did your part where your children's education and stuff is concerned. And don't worry, they will come around. They will come around.
Yes.
They always do. That's so sad.
Wow. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but
yeah.
After you work hard for, they say make children, you don't make them mine,
Not my mom,
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Bruce, I can't, that's something I do. I can't understand how some people could do that, right? One of the things that I regretted was that my mother died so early that I didn't have an opportunity to take care of her in her old age. It was something I was always looking forward to, and so on, because I always say, I would never put my mother in a home. That's why I want to make sure that I'm in a financial position and I can hire somebody to take care of her if and when she gets to that point where, and we did that after she got the stroke and stuff, but it's unfortunate because you have parents that live long and the children don't appreciate them. Yeah.
Yep.
And and that's some parents that say, well, that's why I make plenty, so maybe at least one. I could depend on one. Yeah.
I know about that plenty.
Well, I don't have any, so. But I got children,
I'm a little forward, Let me say good morning to my boys. I don't tell them already.
Yeah.
I say, no, all they doing wrong, me, Know what all they doing.
Yeah, take the ghost, as they say.
I going all out. I say, all the grandmother have a thing she just tell me, I bring you into the world and I will take you out.
My mother used to say the same thing too. Don't play man for me in this house,
What?
Yeah. But my brother was 21 years old and still getting curtailed for my mother, yes?
Well, I see Tony met the real gene the other day. Yeah. I come over and I see he all serious. So yeah, what happened to you? Nothing. I say nothing, I'm saying nothing. I say, all right, partner, nothing, I'm there. I reach my grandmother. Mamdi, I now game to stick. When I start to laugh, I come back. I say, I saw you tell me nothing happened to you. I say, where do your grandmother feel they get to stick? He said, but I ain't do nothing. I say, you ain't do nothing when they get to stick. Good. Why? Hey, well, yes. Hey, Father.
You had to laugh sometimes.
I watching my little nephew the other day.
Yeah.
My brother come and bring him. He's what? 2 or 3. Jumping up and down on granny bed. Up on him. I say, how come you getting to jump up and down on the bed? I couldn't jump up and down. No, that? She making noise, though. Don't jump up down. Don't jump up on my bed. Don't jump up on my bed. And he jumping it. And she ain't doing nothing. I say, look at that. Grandparents, let us spoil the children, eh?
Yeah.
What we couldn't get away with?
Correct. Yeah. We can take one call before the ads come up.
Yeah, we could do that, man.
This line weekend?
Supposed to be.
4665391?
Yeah.
Because over the weekend, I don't understand the last 2 weekends. When the people call and answer, I'm not hearing them.
Okay, well, we try now.
Morning.
Morning,
Big Bruce.
Morning.
Dominic, the sabotage this night on Sunday.
Boy, I feel so.
It's about 23 Sundays, Bruce. You have to sort all our line for you to hear, but on a Sundays, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, the man fiddling with the thing. We hearing, he don't hearing, we cutting we off, then he putting we back on. Bruce, boy, grandfriend. Bruce, boy, you see love of my mother, boy. I appreciate your mother, boy.
Yeah, for real.
Boy. God bless you. Still on your mother in the world. Me and Dominic won't go on. There's nothing like a mother's love too, boy. Grandchildren can get with anything.
Boy.
Yeah, that's how life is, boy. Dominic.
Yes, sir.
I wonder if fellas from there, the union leader, the OWTU, will he still collecting labor dues when Petroleum Refinery was closed down? Because our brethren there who was laid off there with the restructuring. Because they're talking about people suffering and everybody empathize, everybody be on board and they are part of the hardship. Well, did they take a moratorium or did they defer taking the tax dues through this pandemic here? You know anything about that?
As far as I'm aware, they did not. And in fact, a question was put to Mr. Roger one time. If you all, when you all get the refinery, are you going to rehire everybody? And Mr. Roger's response was, the OWTU is going to be loyal to those who remained loyal to the OWTU.
Yeah, because men were still paying the labor dues, men still paying that. But listen to Auntie Camp last night, Dominic, she said that she's going to play, she said she's going to open back the refinery and they're going to kickstart the refinery. You see, she playing on the backs of Ansel Roger. Ansel Roger said that they want the refinery because they put in a fourth bid again. I think Bruce Reed, I just saw there. They put in a fourth bid again for the refinery.
Yeah.
So Auntie Camp said that she's going to start the refinery, a losing entity. But you know what they're telling you, Brucey Fargo? Ansel Roger and these fellas and them, these rabble rousers and who stuck in the dinosaur era, they're telling you that the government offer them to share in the profits of the new company that's making hundreds and billions of dollars in profit since it shut down. So these fellas don't want to have a business here at all. They just want to be this barjonism, this rabble rouse. They could be benefiting for the workers and the members and the OWTU could have turned into a business entity if they refuse the offer that the government offer them to share in the profit. So all of them want to be benefiting from that. So these fellas have no vision. I really want to hear them fellas and them fellas that playing on the emotions of people in a pandemic. Them could only have their voice when things are done, and them fellas just capitalizing on the situation and trying to make at this point in time. Thanks, fella.
Yeah, man. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Good.
Morning.
Good morning to you and Dominic. How are you doing?
Morning.
Dominic.
Morning.
Who is Joel D'Souza?
Joel D'Souza is a hairdresser from South.
All right. Why are you laughing? All right. Dominic and Bruce.
Oui.
Mooney say nothing wrong, right, with the opposition leader after the examination during the pandemic. What's wrong with the PNM, right? Dominic?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, it's wrong with the PNM, and I see the Unified Teachers Association unhappy with the Education Ministry proposal for school reopening.
Yes.
I don't understand what they vex about. You understand me, Dominic and Bruce, for the longest while they home. Getting fully well paid.
Yes.
What we want again in Trinidad and Tobago, you could tell me? So Dominic?
Yes, ma'am.
So you know Joel D'Souza?
I know
He's
of.
on it's our A side and a B side. What side you on? I gone. Bruce?
Oi.
Boy, you see me boy, some Diego Martin West going on, boy. Angus Stevens section. Let Dominic know the majority of them from Caranaja. I gone.
Well, I see Philip Alexander have a problem at Ole Caranage police station.
Well, Papa, I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know why you ain't going to join the other side too, you know. Because I go, you know how I do, Dominic? I go call Joel D'Souza and ask him to let him join on his side. I gone.
Well, they keep me out of that, eh? Keep me out. I could take probably one more call before we go. Caller, good morning.
Pleasant good morning, Dominic. Pleasant good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Pleasant good morning, Titans of Democracy. To all listeners and callers. Dominic, what you were saying this morning is quite correct, because since 2015, September 7, 2015 to now, I have not seen anybody give out a check to any indigent or any poor people or anything like that from the UNC or from any union member or any union representative.
Right.
You understand? You see, everybody keeps asking for the government and the Prime Minister to take a pay cut.
Yes.
You understand? But I haven't seen anybody taking, as you rightly said 2 weeks ago, that the person who's getting the largest amount of money in the parliament there is the opposition leader. Because she's getting a pension, a Prime Minister's pension, as well as an opposition leader's salary. Plus, I think you mentioned something, I can't remember.
Yeah, she gets paid as an elected MP as well.
Well, okay. You understand? Plus, she gets perks of a chauffeur and so on.
Yes.
And she's also entitled to the exemption, which she uses at will.
Correct.
You understand? And if it is that you have what's his name? These two opposition members who they're only 9 months in the entire career, right? All they were studying is to buy high-end vehicles, right? The member for Barataria, someone purchase a Prado, right? He exercised the exemption, so they took up nearly about 55% of the money. You understand?
Correct.
Good. And also Ravi Rambachan, similar. And everybody else, every 2 years, all who talking like Dr. Munilal, every 2 years he purchases a vehicle, and they are enjoying the perks of being in political life. What is wrong if a man who has worked 40 years service in public life and is Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, what he must buy a B14? Huh? I mean, come on.
A wet man.
Or a wet man. When a certain Prime Minister was there and she ordered a Mercedes Benz because apparently
PCW1 Range Rover.
Not only that one, but they ordered one for PM1 too.
Yes.
The one that is presently being used by the present Prime Minister. It wasn't this Prime Minister who had purchased it. You understand? But they attempted to make it look as though he just come and look, he buying brand new vehicle, but it was she who had purchased it. Maybe she couldn't take this stench or the vomit inside the old one. You understand? And that is my issue I have with these people.
The PCM one.
And I'll tell you this. The head of JTAM collects not only collected money from Petrotrin when they closed down in 2019, he also gets a pension in the job that he previously did. And he will also collect a pension from the OWTU as well. So they are well-to-do. When Aaron McLeod retired, right, he got a house worth $2.5 million and an X6 worth a couple $1 million as well. So he's well-to-do. Plus, he got a senior operator pension from Petrotrin. Plus the other pension of a parliamentarian. So they're okay. Have they ever donated any money? And you see, I'll tell you this too. If Comrade Roger was so concerned about the hike in gas prices for the poor people of the nation, he should have had the money to buy the refinery, and he would have been able to determine and challenge the government and determine the correct price of the commodity so that people wouldn't be charged any exorbitant price. You don't think so? But after 87 years of running the OWTU of existence, they have no money to buy the refinery. So what is he talking about? He should keep quiet and try and raise the money and try to make a when the RFP comes around again, try to put in another application. You understand?
Yes.
Thank you all very much. I'll talk again.
Brad.
So guys, we're going to a break and we will be right back. Keep it locked. Actually, we're going to play a music video for you from Patrice Roberts, Big Girl Now. So keep it locked. We'll be right back.
You say Circle riding. Say, they used to go out and leave me all the time. They used to go to flex and enjoy their life. Well, now you're the big old man and not wasting time. I feel like I'm out. Start to jump right now. Jump off the soil when I dig down low and I rock it out. Mind your business, hush your mouth and I'm pelting. I'm a big man, not a little girl. Hey, don't exactly talk me the same. What? I'm a big girl now. Watch out my fat bumper. Walking from 90. And I don't give a damn cause I'm a big girl now. F-tax in the car. If you enjoyed the show, show me some thumbs up right now in the comments. This feels like carnival to me.
Are you experiencing loss of vision or are your glasses broken? At Value Optical, we're open and we're here to help. You can have your urgent eyeglasses in 3 days with packages starting at $695. When you visit us, be mindful of the 3 W's. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance. Please call us toll-free 800-2020 for expert advice on your vision needs or to book your appointment. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
From the moment you first crossed eyes,
It's a girl.
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
You matter.
I matter.
We all matter. And Tobago matters. Join us as we bring our THA community meetings to you virtually, starting Saturday 3rd July every fortnight until Saturday 11th September 2021, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Catch us live on Tobago Channel 5, TTT, Pulse 89.5 FM, Radio Tambourine 92.7 FM, Street 919 FM, and Office of the Chief Secretary and Tobago Channel 5 Facebook pages. Listen out for every week's topic and send your questions to 688-4040 or mainfo@tha.gov.tt. That's mainfo@tha.gov.tt. Join us as we discuss Tobago Matters, because Tobago matters.
Hey, you keeping safe? I hope so. I don't really know what will happen when everything will back up, but the lime had to go on. But in the meantime, just come online with the live wire. I'm on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Or you could check us out on the live on Facebook at The Street 919 FM or on YouTube at Street TV. Don't forget to share the live. That might just be as important as you keeping safe. So mask up, sanitize, tune in to The Street 919 FM, Lime on the Live Wire, Saturday afternoons, 5 to 8 p.m. Don't worry, I gonna be home in time for the curfew. Keep safe.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in San Luis Grande is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sundays, Ministry of Worship Children's Hour and the Word from 1 to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Facebook, email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free will gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division? Yes, sir. I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries. Excuse me, sir? Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes, Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I can buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arabita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks, boss. Nah, man. Granny,
do you have $488 to lend, man? No distance can divide us. Our hope is what connects us. Though challenges we face, we're still full of resilience. If we believe together, things are gonna get better. We're closer than we've ever been. We will rise up much stronger. Just believe, just believe, just believe, just believe. Yes, we've been down before, and we will rise once more. Just believe, just believe, just believe, just believe. Hope will lead the way. Tomorrow's a brighter day, so just believe.
Believe in the future. Believe in each other, and we will get there. Be mobile. Just believe.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of 12 July 2021 stands at new positive cases 57, total active cases 5,919, total recovered patients 27,962, total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present 34,822. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
The Street 91.9 FM brings you today's tips to improve your financial literacy. Improving your financial literacy is a never-ending endeavor that needs to be prioritized. As you work on improving your financial literacy, it's important to continue your momentum. Here are your tips. Pay attention to your fees. Understanding the fee structure and the amount you have been paying on a monthly or even annual basis in regards to fees associated with financial services is extremely important. Account service fees, annual financial planning service fees, investment account management fees, you name it. If you haven't reviewed and audited your fees yet, I recommend that you sit down and make this a priority. That was your financial tip brought to you by the Street 91.9 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So welcome back on the inside. Just a bit of housekeeping for you. Johnny Q for all your hardware, building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies, gravel and sand now available. Don't forget Power Master, Optima Vata and Megastar batteries starting from $488, and it's all at Johnny Q, number 15 R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook, and our new location, Johnny Q Superstore in Lowlands Mall, Tobago, off Claude Noel Highway. Just call 63 Tools. Value Optical wishes to advise the public that all 13 branches will be open on a limited basis to continue to provide essential eye care services to you. Our services are currently limited to emergency and critical eye care only, and we will require you to make an appointment at this time. Please contact us at 225-4865 or toll free 800-2020 for all inquiries on opening hours, eye testing availability, and how we can assist your eye care needs. Value Optical, caring for your eyes. Digicel customers can get all the convenience. Now you're no longer limited to paying with your credit card. Use your Visa debit card on My Digicel app and pay your Digicel Plus and mobile bill, top up or purchase a plan. Download the My Digicel app in your mobile app store today. International cricket superstars Karen Pollard, Dwayne Bravo, Lindell Simmons, Riyad Emirates, and even Raymond Ramnarine and Ravi B has all been using Omega XL for joint pain and getting great results. So what about you? Just pick up a bottle of Omega XL right now at all leading pharmacies or call Great Health Limited at 225-0410. So live long and stay strong with Omega XL. Yes, so guys, welcome back. And as we continue to take your calls, you can call us on 342-0081, 466-5391. And remember, our new YouTube page, Iwer TV, live broadcast on the Street 919 FM. Just go to YouTube, type Iwer TV, live broadcast on the Street 919 FM in your search bar. And when you get in, you just hit that subscribe button and press like. Yes, I ain't seen enough likes and all. Come on. Put the likes up. Caller, good morning.
Blessed morning to you, Bruce.
Hey, my brother, how you doing?
Morning to Dominic Sharon.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, the Titans of Democracy. Bruce and Dominic, take a little listening last night to that lady. Is she for real? We connecting the dots. The Guyanese lawyer with the rhetoric. And now she talking. We know Guyana have oil. So they will send oil here when she get back in power, she say. We will do the refining. Oh, Roger, I hope you're locked on. But you will get used to only a time. So that the scene they on to control Guyana and Trinidad teaming up so they will control black people. That is the racial head that these people pushing. Boy, we in a terrible state with this lady. We had to watch ourselves. Trinidadians, Trinbagonians, all they look at where these people going, watch the road they're looking to go down. Oh, joke. It's only a matter of time for you too. Because all they will get kicked out. All they will get kicked out when she don't use audio. Boy, we're in a terrible state with this UNC. Bunch of, oh my goodness. Brothers are locked down and listening before they're out of contact because where is here starting to bubble. I'm gone.
Yeah, man.
Gus.
Yeah, well, yes.
But the first time Kamla talked, well, I didn't listen, huh? To be honest with you, I forget they had them Monday night, and I might probably take a peep during the day. But it's not the first time that she talked this dude. She talked about Ghana and Ghana sending the oil here to refine. And the fact of the matter is, Bruce, that the majority of Ghana's oil right now is already accounted for with these different energy companies. Exxon and who else drilling and stuff. They don't have, so Ghana has no free oil of its own because as far as I understand, they don't have the infrastructure in terms of like how we had Petrotrin to state drilling. The majority of drilling that is taking place in Ghana now is being done by private entities. And when Kamla Prasad would have first mentioned that back when Ghana first started to see these huge oil finds a couple of years ago, there was a guy and he's politician who at the time made no bones about it, and he waded into her. He said Ghana is no beggars where who the hell is Trinidad to come now to talk about our oil. No, when all they had all the thing you'll have time, but we forget that. I'll pull up the article next time and I'll read it. He was very scolded. Man said tell Trinidad don't even think about our oil. So somebody need to talk to Roger, have a chat with Kamla. If it is that you're singing for yourself, because I find he's even something kind of leaning towards that side, right? I don't know, because I mean, I thought that perhaps the OWTU headquarters might be up for sale, you know, because properties probably leverage to raise money to try and make the bid for the refinery now, you know. So I just asking, Mr. Roger, is that so? Tell us. And is a certain UNC financier eyeing Paramount Building to make an offer? We're just asking questions.
Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Morning.
Mr. Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Loyal listeners and callers and all who are on the live. The first one, you see the lady with the children? What about the councillor and the MP for the area? Because it's Londonville, it was watching you. Some in Londonville, I think the place is.
Yes.
Right? What about them going, instead of you seeing the minister going there, instead of, why not the councillor or the MP for the area picking up these matters with people in need throughout the whole of Trinidad and Tobago? I having a problem with people talking about where the MP and where the MP. What about the councillors? There's 143 of them. Let them do the first part of the work and bring that message to the MPs. If you of us are showing or something like that. But this is why coming to Mr. Roger, please leave Trinidad and Tobago. All you don't care about Trinidad and Tobago, no? You took food out of man's mouth in Trinidad and Tobago. You remember this one? Take your rig and go. For a few dollars more, you make yourself foolish. But slave labor or slave wages? What is a slave wage? What is slave labor? Check what showing. We built a platform and it was highly recommended. A1 class. When they pass it, it was in A class. They bring a next one for you to build. You want more money for the workers. And here we tell them, oh, you ain't getting me no more money? Take your rig and go. People say, all right. They get 2 thugs. and pull it straight up to Mexico. Let them finish it up there and bring it straight back down here. Always telling all your broken fighters. Here we're talking about now. Here where the opposition talking about the refinery. It's $500 million US. You get to buy the refinery and all you fail up to now. And we are putting a proposal there again. All you just put it in the state. You see the government don't want to give yet. That is where all you want to come and tell the people of Trinidad and Tobago. But you see the 1%, them have business and they running their business. You have no business. All you hear the opposition leader. Unite to fight too. All of them in the same boat. Thank you very much.
Unite to fight. Well, all right.
That would have something to do with the meeting you talk about.
Yeah, they feel people stupid like everybody is of the waterfront ilk. But you know, the caller raised a good point there, Bruce, about the councillor, right? Because there's a Longdonville, there's a UNC stronghold, right? But remember, it's only in PNM constituencies people suffering. Yeah, only PNM people suffering. So when the councillor and the MP were walking for elections, they didn't go by these people's home and see the condition they were living in, right?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Hey, Mano.
Morning, Dominic.
Morning, Mano.
Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Tell somebody 91.9 is on the air. Bruce and Dominic is on the air. Mr. Morning to girlfriend, Party Street. Morning, Mr. Tunapuna. Jenny, good morning to you. And Bonnie Gardens and Mount Hope. Hey, Bruce.
Oui.
And Dominic. You know, I want to know.
Mano,
I want to know too.
Mano can't think it's our way.
Baro.
Come Mano, call me back on the next number. I know go on there. But you want to know?
Yeah. Bruce, we have the picture. Let me just touch on this quickly, right? I have always said if it is you want to criticize the government, I have no problem with that. No government is perfect, and I would be the first to admit that the government has made some what I would consider unforced errors in the last 6 years. This is Philip Alexander, right? This is a man who always accusing everybody of lying and so on, right? This politician has lied, that one has lied, Dr. Rowley's a liar, Siba. He put up a picture with Colm Imbert outside of the parliament, and you notice Mr. Imbert isn't wearing a mask, right? There's a police officer behind Mr. Imbert who is wearing a mask, and the person with the camera, whoever it is behind him there, also wearing a mask. And he says, Gary Griffith, this is a very public space. Colm Imbert has to be charged for not wearing a mask. Right? Now, picture number 2. What is that, Bruce? You put that one?
Please, it's
I have a second one.
Yes,
So when Philip Alexander put this up on his Facebook page a couple of days ago, a lady asked in the comments, when was this? And the lying bastard would say, this was today. Right?
There's a new one again, no?
There's a new one?
Yeah.
He said today. Now, in order for him to get this picture, Bruce, he had to go and pull up the original source of the photo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which was from the Newsday.
Oh.
So here it is now. And again, apparently he feed everybody is of the waterfront ilk too. Right? Yeah. Okay. Sanitary. Now the mask mandate was implemented, if memory serves me correctly, it was either the 30th or the 31st of August 2020. When you read the comments under this post on Philip Alexander's page, who said, well, apparently you have a strong UNC following too. Right? That Imbert this and Imbert that and this government and whatnot, and they call it on Gary Griffith to charge Mr. Imbert. What's the date on that article?
It's 22nd of May 2020.
22nd of May 2020. Right? Before the mask mandate came into force. So there was no law being broken there. But this dishonest, counterfeit 1%er put this up. And then I heard David Welch at the meeting on Sunday reference this and talk about how ministers breaking the law and Colm Imbert not wearing masks and he should be arrested, and the police didn't do him nothing but they lock him up for not wearing his mask. Philip Alexander, the man who wants to be Prime Minister of this country, always doing lives, and he know everything, right? And trust him and take his word for it. Take your word?
Wow.
You're a dishonest wretch. And he has a following.
Again, I say they have nothing.
Nothing. No integrity.
Nothing. They don't know where to go and get what.
Yeah.
So they just grabbing at the straws.
Mm-hmm.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Oh my, it's all a car passing. You hear them? Hear the music? All right, just now. Yes, I heard you all earlier on, and during the time I was having calls abroad and all of that. I didn't hear everything. But anyhow, there are a few points in the earlier part in the meeting I want to comment on. The cosmetic worker who referred that the other worker had a worker used the wrong phone to the number to call and put what she had to put on the chat.
Yes.
But what I'm wondering, isn't she a worker too?
Yes.
So who is the worker who put it? I mean, they say there are 6 workers. It's which one of the 6 of them? Another one, when they talk about the fellow who don't want to work, they're referring to small money. When they ask for $5 and $10, say, boy, this is small money, boy. You not get big money to give. And when you talk about a lateness for work, anytime you find a worker do something for the first time, it's to draw the attention, nip it in the bud at the same time. Don't let it come a habit. 4 or 5 times is a habit.
Yep.
So anytime as a supervisor and you realize a worker doing something that isn't the right thing, you pull them up, draw their attention, and let them know what the company stands for. Okay?
Yes.
Right. And we're watching. By that time it becomes a habit. He started to undo it and all of that. Okay. I'm just telling you, I wouldn't want to tell you over the air where they used to call me. Okay then, bye. Right.
Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, morning.
Morning to you and Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, Mr. Chance, Clement, Jennifer, Pearl, everybody. Miss Cummins, Mommy Sauce, Teresa Conniff. Hey, Bruce, I just want you all to find out for me. Is there a shortage in the vaccine, the AstraZeneca? Because I am scheduled to go and have my second shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting a call stating like some of it's postponed. So you can just find out for me if the second shot of this AstraZeneca is postponed. Hey Bruce, yeah, let me tell you something with these people, right? I am so fed up with the UNC government that I lost track of them, yes, because they're not relevant to me. You understand? Because every little thing, them as you always put up, when them was campaigning, right? When the election called, why a lot of them didn't have on masks? And them go back to old article, this Philip Alexander and them further them is fraud to the highest since May, as Dominic says, since May 2020, they didn't have no law stated that it's mandatory for you to wear a face mask. Bruce, all you have a nice day, but let's find out that from me, please. What is going on with the AstraZeneca second shot? Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, cool. So guys, remember to log on to Iwer TV live broadcast on the Street 919 FM to see us live in studio. And also when you log on, make sure and subscribe to the page, okay? Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning to my brother Bruce Wayne.
Morning.
Good morning to my brother Dominic.
Hey, Andrew, morning.
Yes. And first thing I want to say is that TTT should have people in the courthouse to bring these high-profile cases to the people. That is a national TV station. The private ones do not want to bring it to us. So use CTT, give people more work, and that we could know what is taking place in these high-profile cases. It's time that do something about it. Because Ramsey and Ramlogan case, nobody knows when it's going to try again. And that is matter that is public importance. And then this little boy that I call him David Welch. He don't know that they're setting him up. Because this little boy telling me as an old man, he wants to see Trinidad get better. Do you know anything about Trinidad? I asked him if he know when Trinidad had latrine. They were living in board house. So it was flat on the ground. Do you know anything about that? He talk about betterment. What he have to make this better and he can make his family better. Make your family better and then you will see that you could do something about Trinidad. He no born. These people, you're setting up people, making people set your boy. You're young, think for yourself. Will nobody tell you what to do? Nobody have no control over you. God put you here on the earth by yourself. You are thinking for yourself. Nobody mustn't think for you. Going down the road are dangerous, so you're going down, boy. You're going down. And all people always tell us, the young line dropping off and leaving the old line. You know what I mean? The young one is dying and leaving the old one. Because the way the young one going, they're going down the wrong road. And it's hard rendering when you see the kind of thing. UNC can't come back in power, you know. Because nobody, all of them who talking are back in UNC, they are not Christ. Only Christ is Lazarus. Lazarus had died for 4 days. He was in the grave, and Christ went and bring him back up. So nobody could raise UNC and Kamala Prasad. They're dead, politically dead, and they're dead. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Bruce, good morning.
Morning.
And Mr. Dominic, good morning, sir. Hey, Dominic, I have two issues that I just want to throw on the table.
Yes.
Now, I remember on the former Minister of Energy, Ryan and these fellas, there was a Soldado issue. You remember that?
Yes.
That is one of the cases where money left here, went all through the States, come back to the Caribbean, and end up in a bank in Trinidad and Tobago, yeah?
Yes.
I want to know if whoever investigating that, if it was ever investigated, and what was the outcome. Because I read that's still on my mind, you know, the Soldado issue. And I want to make sure that it stay on the screen. Because they're talking a lot of things, and there's a lot of things, and Kamala talking about refinery. And what does Kamala want to refine in this country? She didn't even know what train one was.
Yes.
She never even attended maybe one meeting in 50 on energy, because she knows nothing about energy. So I know what she wanted, what she trying to think. There was one issue again that I had to put on the table, Dominic.
Mm-hmm.
Some foreign news cars came in here under their reign. It was on the port. Now I used to work on the port too, and I know that customs have a right to monitor these cars, and there's a paid certain amount that you have to pay to customs in order to keep these cars on the port, and then to move them out from the port and send them to the owners or wherever it is. And I know when they went there, half of the cars were already removed from on the port. So what I was saying is that whoever the custom officers were at the time, I don't know if anybody investigated these people, but those foreign news cars left, and they couldn't give no account of I think the time was about 15 or 20 of them. But they couldn't give no account of these foreign news cars that was on the port. But they left the compound and they went wherever they went. And I don't know if customs still have that case on the screen, and it should be investigated too. These are some of the points that I want to put on the table this morning, fellas. Fellas, only have a nice day, man. God in charge.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Yeah, man.
Look, somebody else now asking about the if we heard about the meeting. Oh God! The bomb.
Yes.
Time bomb. Yeah, well, yes. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Sharon. And all dear listeners. You know, Dominic, I see you mentioned people like Ishmael and Philip Alexander and these people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, boy, I've so come to terms with these people who, even a man love his wife only when she puts him out. Yeah. And then not only that, they beg him to go in another man's house.
Yes.
That's how they are. So Trinidad and Tobago decide that, hey, I love you. I give you all my comfort with 29 seats. And I want the population to understand, you know. When somebody gives you a mandate to control things. There's an expectation from your mandate. They didn't fulfill one, except, the people know the whole thing about the UNC and the People's Partnership and all kind of nonsense they form. They get voted out. And from 2013, I keep telling people, Kamal Prasad and these cronies that they have cannot win an election. When they reach close, they claim they win. There's a reason for that. They're right-thinking people. Now, there's a lot of wrong-thinking people in our society. Look at the US. With people like, Donald Trump and his son and Marjorie Taylor Greene and all these people. There's 75 million people still claiming they win an election in the States, And it's the same thing in Trinidad here. We have almost 280,000 people supporting a lady without direction who said sunlight kill COVID and all kind of things. And that's what we're dealing with, But I also want to remind the Commissioner of Police, who I give my support to when he came into office. I'm still in a way, but I'm jumping up with it because you cannot embrace people like Philip Alexander. You cannot. If that's a friend, you need a friend, sir. Because he's striving for political space. And if he could call you off, just off the bat and you answer and feel like you're speaking on a Facebook page he has to the population, I really don't want Philip Alexander to be the catalyst for a conversation from you. And it has nothing to do with my political commitment. It has a lot to do with these people are not nice. Don't embrace people that are not nice, who are disrespectful. And you feel that, when you call, you can give all the information about the law through a really, it's one of the most disgrace to the 1%. So I want people to understand. In my country, I see a system of leadership showing me where in the next couple of weeks or even 2 months, I can see us not returning to our country closing down. Yes. And people who die, yes. Listen, there is no way that the Minister of Health doesn't mention in most of his contribution to us that, hey, I sympathize. He goes out to say about the people who died in this whole system. UNC is a group. When you die, that gives them courage to feel that it makes them more viable. You don't want those people around your country. It has nothing to do with me, my commitment to the PNM. My commitment to the PNM is because the level of leadership, I could make a complete comparative analysis to show where corruption is something that their legislative agenda they push that to deal with people from the political space. All these things I'm seeing where bills being brought to the parliament is to help people I know that UNC is not really dealing with. So people, watch the bigger picture. The smaller one is to understand who's your leader, and the bigger picture is watch those who love your country only when they're in office. Fellas, good program as usual, but keep your eye on the UNC and watch who they're recruiting. Not good people to be in your space. Take care, guys. All the best.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning again, Big Bruce and Dominic.
Yes, sir.
Listening to our program last night, Bruce and Dominic, she said that she have a plan for governance. She ready to take governance in the country by Bruce White. She said that she have plan to feed the poor. She have soft loans for businessmen, for small and micro. She gonna start back the refinery. She and Ansel Roger like they have a secret relationship to play on emotions with the refinery. You see, because they see oil prices is back on the rise again, Bruce. Bruce, so let's prepare themselves. I think it's $70-something now. I haven't checked for a couple of days. And OPEC has started to make a little movements, Russia, Iran, and the US and Saudi. So what all the forces is coming together on, they can't do the foolishness from Dr. Rowley because he hates corruption. So they're trying to pull together on the verge that oil prices go over 100 and gas prices move over $5 to $6. My advocation going to be now. I want to the local coach in Angus Eve, Mammy and Bruce will be happy on their home fight and believing in Angus Eve and the team. Right? There was a 2020 vision or 2030. There was a project that was scrapped, Dominic, with a carnival center for Bruce and them, for a cultural center in the Queen's Park Savannah.
Yes.
The architects are already drawn the plan. And I'm asking the government, the oil wells must be spent on the people. We get overpass down West Small there. I'm going to advocate anytime that oil price reaches over 100 and gas, that we start looking gypsy at getting back that carnival center in the savannah. Because every year, you're breaking down stage, you're building back stage, you're putting up stands, you're breaking it down, millions of dollars. And the vision of Patrick Manning and the government that Dr. Rowley was in was to get a permanent structure there. Because we is the Mecca Carnival, the Mecca, the greatest show on the earth. So these are things Dr. Rowley has started, everything he has said he has delivered. OPVs, ferries, the central block going up in the hospitals, police stations, the delivering overpasses, the education system. It is time we stop playing the politics because the last time they create a bacchanal, they get entertainers on the board with that carnival dome in order for Patrick Manning to scrap that. That is going to be critical. And I'm asking Dr. Rowley and his cabinet and the culture minister, Dr. Rowley, to take lead that we get back on the program anytime oil prices and revenue spike, that we get that cultural center in the savannah, something that is world class and international standard for we cultural artists and the diversity of Trinidad and Tobago and the carnival to get that back up running. Fellas are listening. I don't want to answer Roger, them fellas is idiots, them fellas is busters. Because you get opportunity to make money, Brooks. I offer you to chain a profit margin, you turn it down. You feel fellas like them, Jays can pop down, you hear them some hard top and run them out of Brooklyn and New York because they don't dish. I don't want to hear them fellas again, them fellas want to be Robin Russell. All their life, them fellas can't lead me. So fellas, I will start the program and I enjoy it. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I can just mention one thing that based on what he said there, Bruce, and I've seen a lot of UNC people posting on Facebook about the price where oil right now is I think about $70-something a barrel, and they say if only we had a refinery and whatnot, how Trinidad can benefit. Just to let them know that high oil prices was not good for the refinery because Trinidad and Tobago was importing oil, 100,000 barrels of oil per day to refine for fuels to supply the domestic market and the regional market as well. And therefore, if oil prices are high and we have to import oil, if it was $100 a barrel and we imported oil at $100 a barrel, and you are making a loss for every barrel of oil that you refine, you're making a loss in terms of what you're charging for the fuels, then the refinery, if, as Kamala says, she's going to reopen it. I don't know if last night somebody activated a time machine and took us back in time, and today is actually the 13th of July 2020, and we have an election next month, on the 10th of August next month. I don't understand. Because the only other thing I could think is if she planning a coup, and it's imminent, and she plans to become, think of us Abu Bakr on the 27th of this month, which would be the 31st anniversary of 1990. So we're looking out for July 27th. Well, all right, we'll see. Maybe she drop it ahead. But just to let them know, high oil prices does not benefit the refinery because that is what caused Petrotrin to be losing all that amount of money every year. The oil price is low, fine, and the margin between what you're spending on a barrel of oil and what you're making, you can make a profit there, right? So to the UNC people, you all think again. I saw a couple of them challenge them over the weekend. There was one man say, PNM, this wicked government withdraw. They spent $418 billion on COVID. I said $418 billion on COVID? I said, but correct me if I'm wrong. If the average annual budget is $54 billion, it means it would take the government 8 years to spend $418 billion. And you say the government spent $418 billion in 6 months. And that making sense. And people are actually supporting this man. Wow. A woman jump up and say, and you ain't even add the cost of the vaccines to that figure yet, eh? And then you all vex on me call you dunce? Yeah.
See? It's not my fault.
Well, the next one say the government withdraw $16 billion US from the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. I said, but how that happened? And Kamala said she left $5.7 billion US, and you all say the PNM put nothing in the fund since they came in. So how it went from 5.7 to over 20 billion? Where that 16 billion US came from? Okay. And you all vex when me call you dunce? Just take a call.
Okay, I'll file it. I'll get one. I'll buy a file then. Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning again to my brother Bruce Wayne and Dominic.
Yes,
a caller just called there and talking about Kamala say when she get back into power. Why are we picking up this kind of stupid talk that Kamala is talking? You're not getting election until 2025. How else you get into power? The way to get into power into this country and the most democratic country is by election. Election was next month, the 10th of next month, to make it 1 year. They have 4 more years to go and a month. So how to come to this stupidness? According to him, it's 2 ways I see people get into power. Either you go through the government or you go the legal way. And the legal way is to vote. And if people vote already, she have to wait until 4 more years. Go polish this stupidness. She worried about Ramdeen and Ram Logan, you know. Their matter is coming up this month. So that's what she gets in GG and all kinds of things she trying. All sorts of things she trying. Don't fall out with this stupidness. Tell her she has to wait until 2025. Because that is the back of her head. Have a blessed day.
Yeah, Father. Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dominic and Bruce.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dominic.
Yes, sir.
I feel like call and you want to find out when certain cases going to go on or start or whatever. We had a case that was going on where materials were allegedly being stolen from the Scarborough Hospital. What is the latest on that case?
Well, the Integrity Commission investigated. The Integrity Commission investigated and he was cleared.
Oh, yeah. The person get off on a technicality.
What was the
because the matter
technicality?
came into the public from the Integrity Commission. But the truth of the matter still remains. Not so.
You have evidence?
Well, I show you before evidence.
Well, as Kamala would say, take it to the police.
All right, we go take it to the police. Okay then.
Troll brother number 1.
You know, the amazing thing is, these guys just can't defend. They just can't defend the allegations against their people, right? Your defense is to come and talk about an allegation that was made against Dr. Rowley. Defend Jal Ramdeen. Defend Ram Logan. Defend these guys. You all say all kind of thing about call the heart, and because of that you all win the 2010 election. What happened to that case? Timothy Hamel-Smith and this other lawyer, Vernon Dilemma, spent money and went all the way to Malaysia to get information to prove that Calderheart brother-in-law was a director of Sunway. All kind of thing. You all put up big banners on the highway with Patrick Manning and Calderheart with a whole set of money, and Manning is Idi Amin. What happened to that case, Central? All of a sudden Calderheart didn't do nothing again? How come you all ain't calling for that? Tell us, and all you say Mr. Manning thief money to build church in Guanapo? What happened to that? What about the piano that you all say Mr. Manning thief as soon as Anand Ram Logan came in? Piano missing. Where was it? Right in the diplomatic center behind the curtain. That's to tell you how you all pathetic.
Caller, good morning.
Yeah, Dominic, I was, my thing is with people here. And that's why people say that, don't lap onto Central when he calls. Now, if you win your case, you win your case. The only people that's vexed with you when you win your case, they consider technicality, but the evidence is there because that's the mantra.
Yes.
I remember when Tim Govison won his case, you remember the Northwest Regional Health Authority.
Yes.
When they charged him under the wrong section, he says his heart is pure and his mind is clean.
Yeah.
He came out after to be a minister, but Central, boy, these people, UNC, I tell them to go and train the trolls as to what they can leave alone, because one of the things I grace myself with as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago under proper leadership is that you don't compare bad governance. What you do, you move on and then you create laws to prevent the nasty things that you all do in office, where you all come to win everything by trick. And that's why I brace myself and pride myself with. But there, if you do wrong, it comes to compare it with another wrong. No. When you get into office, like Dr. Rolando trying to do it, is repair that wrong through legislation. And who is not supporting the legislation in the parliament, people? Have a good morning.
Caller, good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Morning.
And good morning to you, Dominic.
Mr. Potterspade, morning.
Well, I'm so happy to get in because of your club. Yes, radio station. 919 is a very good information station. Because when you have people like Central and them, they have to get them back in a school, you know. For me,
Yes.
because I mean the memory brain that disappear when it comes to allegations and facts, I should say, against the UNC and the opposition leader. And this is why I tell you, Dominic, whenever they come, engage them with questions about the UNC tenure. And here what I said before the take-up time, it's a trick they have, you know. They're operating like the West Indies team now, they're operating with a pen. Come on the radio, distort your facts that we're saying, and the other genuine callers with facts cannot get in. Because I was trying to get in for the last hour. But I'm very happy that you allowed Mr. Rowley Jr. to bring us back to the technicality that Tim Gopi Singh get off with. Central would have no memory for that. He's suddenly suffering from distortion of memory. And this is the pattern of all of them. Kunchi, Kamla, King Laya, Mr. Pinal, Tabakit, reporter, all of them suddenly have lost the memory. For me, it had no hungry people in Trinidad and Tobago until September 7, 2015. All of a sudden, Trinidad and Tobago have hungry people. So that whenever Dr. Rowley, who makes an explanation of not only government ministers, but opposition leaders who have a lot of baggage and questions to answer in the court. We must hear them answer that first. So Dominic and Booth, I will give somebody else a chance to come in. I want to tell Central, we ain't living in La La Land. All you can't fool me. We know all your plans. All your plan is to hide the destruction of the economy. And the only government in modern society that took an extension to show out contract to the friends and family with the sister. So, gentlemen, thank you very much for allowing me this conversation. I love it done. You will hear people saying we should make you a senator. But I know one thing you don't do, Dominic. You don't come and lie on nobody for political gain. You come with facts. That is why they can't take you to court. There are plenty of them that just come just so and lie on people big and ball, you know. Twat, 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 twat. You understand? So, gentlemen, thank you very much for allowing me this contribution. I will continue with my school for those who want to learn as Rowley Jr., Barataria, and all these fellas in it. They come with that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will probably have time for one more quick call. Caller, good morning.
Good.
Good morning.
One thing I can say, my member of parliament for the Martin West, whenever he leave office, nobody can look for him and say it is this or it is that. I'm proud of that. Not keep Christopher Rowley. Dominic?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bruce, will have a good one. Bye.
You too, take care. Squeeze in the next one. Quick. Caller, good morning.
Yes, quick. Concerning the person who talk about hospital materials and technicality they get away, I want to tell them when that came in, I heard the person we want to talk about said no, he want to go to court. And he went to court and win his case. So, get off on no technicality. So let them keep themselves quiet. No thief. Let them go to Dubai and bring back all the Sunday. Okay, bye.
Guys, so today's daily word is divine order. My life is in divine order. When I'm working toward a goal that gets derailed or postponed, it's natural for me to feel frustrated or disappointed. Even as I possess the honor those feelings, I remind myself that divine order is always at work in my life. I remember times when I was upset that my plans and hopes had fallen through, only to realize later that it really was for the best. I carry that awareness with me, and it helps me to accept the disappointments I may face now. Remembering divine order helps me realize my highest good is always on its way, even if I see no evidence of it yet. I trust this orderly process of manifestation and feel grateful for it. Keep the charge of the Lord your God, walking in his ways and keeping his statutes, his commandments, his ordinances, and his testimonies. 1 Kings 2-3. So that's all the time we have for today, guys. Talk to you guys again tomorrow, please God. And as we say, Dominic, ciao.
This is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
It's time to get up and start moving. Leaving all your problems behind. Pressing up to our victory. Ladies, what we want. Tell us what we said. You want
views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Nobody selling you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch. Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
From the moment you first crossed eyes.
It's a girl.
To their very first bowl of cereal. Open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Jason,
Yes.
I'm watching the house plan.
Yes.
What are all these little rooms?
The children's rooms.
So much? Look, let me plan the family.
Dreaming of building your home? TTMF has the ideal team to help you realize your dream. With up to 90% bridge financing for construction and much more help available, TTMF is your ideal mortgage partner. Visit us online or call today. TTMF, from here to home.
I decided that I would try it once for some strange reason. It started to work. Because every time I run on hard surface, my left knee as well tends to pain the next day.
Yeah.
So I tried it and some miracle it worked.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Is it your mind or does the product work?
Well, I've been running on the road every day now and I have no pain in my joints, so it's definitely the product.
So the product works?
Definitely.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
No distance can divide us, our hope is what connects us. Though challenges we face, we're still full of resilience. If we believe together, things are gonna get better. We're closer than we've ever been, we will rise up much stronger. Just believe, just believe, just believe, just believe. 'Cause we've been down before, and we will rise once more. Just believe, just believe, just believe. Hope will lead the way. Tomorrow's a brighter day, so just believe.
Believe in the future. Believe in each other, and we will get there. T-Mobile, just believe.
The Live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the Live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the Live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the Live. The Street 919 FM.
much that we can do. We magnify your name. Be exalted in this place, for there is no one else like you.
Enagic change your water, change your life. Enagic water purifier, one machine, 5 types of water. Enagic makes strong Kangen water with an 11.5 pH. Kangen water with 8.5 to 9.5 pH, healthy drinking and cooking water. Clean water with 7.0 pH. Beauty water for skin, hair and plants with a 6.0 pH. Strong acid water with a 2.5 pH. This water is known to disinfect, kill viruses and bacteria. Listen to the Street 919 FM with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday from 9:05 a.m. to 10 a.m. and every Wednesday from 8:05 p.m. to 9 p.m. as he talks to you weekly about how to improve your quality of life through purifying and drinking water. For more information, call or WhatsApp Pastor John at 516-286-7079.
And bacteria. It also keeps your skin and hair healthy. Improve your vision. Enhance your sex drive. Improve digestion. Increase your level of energy. Controls your blood sugar level. Improve your memory. Protects your children's health. Lose weight and allows you to have a better night's sleep. Experience the power of 5. Experience La Vie, Mangosteen, Noni, acai berry, goji, and pomegranate. Now what are you waiting for? It's time to feel good again. Get back your life. Take charge. Call 516-286-7079. That's 516-286-7079. Get all the information you need and place your order now.
Family, hello.
Oh, praise the Lord. Let me see. Yeah, praise the Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. You could hear me now. Oh, praise God this morning, and we thank God for today. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. This is Bishop Dr. Glenn John. I am a certified holistic health practitioner. I am your certified health and wellness coach. Today, I'm appealing for distributors. My website is pastorjohn89.com. Join the winning team. Call me at 1516-286-7079. Distributors, once again, wanted. Join the winning team. I'm reaching out to people from Amway, people who involved in Avon, Herbalife, Melaleuca, Mary Kay, Tupperware, New Skin, and the Forex and the Bitcoin. All the people outside there